Oh, hi, players.
Hello.
Oh, hi, DM.
Did I do everything right this time? We're going to find out together
I
right
think you did it.
now.
I think you did it.
Let's go. It's me and Quinn, and it's Voodoo and me. And is that did I get everything?
The cats.
Monty.
Oh,
Right, Quinn's right. We didn't introduce Monty.
Oh, Monty's here.
We did Monty. And of course, Fraggy is here. We're all here. Everyone's here. Hi, how are you? We made
Hi,
it.
everybody.
It is so early.
Welcome, Raiders.
There's still sunlight occurring in backgrounds.
There is.
Oh my God, it's sunshine a little bit. My candles are coming on literally at 6:30. I just realized that. They were off
Nice
whenever we got on guest
timing.
star.
Oh, it's automatic times. Let's go. Oh, come on, guest star. You were being so well behaved for so long, and now you're smoking
Hi,
again. What the heck?
Dodo.
It is a
It's
wild me.
The
Hi,
moment
chat.
I start talking crap about it, like it catches up. The buffer's like, oh, shit, sorry, and it just zips up. Feeling.
We should just constantly talk shit about guest star.
I am happy to announce, however, that after being kind of blocked for a while and afraid to change the setup because I'm stuck, I use Stream Effects and I don't want to pay for it because it's quite expensive. Like the dude wants a lot of money for what amounts to building it, and I could build my own, but I don't want to do my job, my real life job for OBS. I've avoided it this long. I'm kind of like stuck in that loop. But it turns out, someone else was just as pissed as I was and doesn't have the same blocker. So they're like, you know what, I'm building it. It's free now. Just take it. Screw that clown. So I don't know if that is going to be some kind of a thing later, but it is technically freeware. So the guy can't do anything about it. And now I can maybe use that. In addition, there's a whole new blurring suite that someone launched that's way more effective. And it might be that I can lateral away from Stream Effects, and that means I can update finally and bring OBS up to speed and change my all setup, and so I can now maybe upgrade and move forward.
Stuff can happen.
None of that's going to fix my guest star problem. The odds are maybe I'll just switch over to. You remember when we did the weird mode that fucks it so I can't share things with you all? That did go faster. You could do that too. That's that sucks,
like not screen sharing.
Yeah, if I can't screen share with you, I can make it so there's just one feed instead of the two of you. I could. You remember what I used to do for Discord? I used to like get the Discord capture and just like slice it up and put different portions wherever I wanted. I could just do that with Guest Star, and that would fix the problem.
I was gonna suggest that.
I just don't want to do it again because it was so annoying.
If you just like screen grab like this and then chop it up.
Yeah, I could literally do that. I did it for Discord. But I also deleted every one of those scenes. That's like it was like 40 scenes existed. 40 scenes existed just to support my splitting up the Discord into, if there's like, 2 guests, 3 guests, 4 guests, 1 guest, 5 guests, and 6 guests, and all of those had slightly different portions, like partitions, like what was cut up where. And I had hit buttons to switch modes. It's why I have over 1,000 programmed buttons on a Stream Deck.
Oh my God.
I don't need to use most of it anymore. Yeah.
But guest star, I don't know about on your screen, but on the screen I'm looking at, we're in the same configuration.
It's not guest star. It's specifically guest star and OBS. If I'm looking at you in OBS, you're buffering hard.
I'm sorry. I mean for the splicing of like screen capture and then splice like you did for Discord. We're all in the same position, and
yeah, it would be. The reason I did it the way I did for Discord, and I would want to do it for guest star, is it's more generalized. Like I don't want to make it so I have a Dungeons and Dragons scene that is useless for everything else. That's like not how my brain works. It has to.
That's fair. That's fair.
Unfortunately, that's kind of why I haven't done it yet.
But wouldn't you like? Couldn't it just be the same for anytime that you have 2 guests, right? Like, and you just like undo the frames, right?
And then, but
you just need
I
to
would
make one
never be
for-
able to support 3 guests without adding another scene. I think guest star goes up to 6 guests, doesn't it? Or 5 guests, just like Discord did for us. So anyway, another topic.
I don't know. I haven't pushed guest star to its limits.
I think for the most part, what if I just kill the background? Let's just turn the background off. We just float in a black void.
Me.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
There it is. It's gonna really frustrate me in a big way if this suddenly is like, oh yeah, it works. It's fine.
Oh yeah, everything's fine now. Is it gonna work? Look at this sad little dog. Squish, squish. Oh, you okay?
No, it
He's
still
so
buffers. The odds. Remember last week when I switched over and just had like the capture screen up? Hang on. Since we're starting early, I had a big dinner. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do stream tech for the first 15 minutes while Munu has snacks. How was your week, everybody? We're gonna play games. I promise.
Can you still see me or hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
We
see you.
can hear you and see you. You're darker though.
Cool. Everything, my monitors and ring lights just went off, like
Oh,
for no reason. So like,
Oh.
well, that's fun.
Guess Quinn's gonna do tech too.
Okay,
I don't know why.
Fixing everything. Da, da, da.
I'm gonna go put my plate away so that my cat and dog stop begging.
Go.
Okay. All right. Where's my button? That's not OBS. I found it. Ha 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 ha.
That baby.
I can still do that. Remember, I used to be able to take everyone with me. Everyone, you're coming with your dad. Here we go. Let's go. Here we are over here.
So
now I'm
that's
going to do the
like
thing
this.
where I can turn on.
Kitty.
Quinn's still here, and you can't see Quinn's cat because I've hidden
Oh,
Quinn.
hi,
It's over.
sweet
That's
baby.
fine.
It is what it is.
Oh,
Here's-
she's so sweet right now.
Here's the
though.
morass. Don't ever do OBS the way I do OBS. Okay, let's go into.
Oh my gosh, I love her so much.
Let's see the camera scene right
Look at her little
here.
dangly
There
arm.
used to be a scene I had.
So cute.
She wants food. I would prefer my screens to not do that again because I don't know what's the cause.
This camera's big.
They came back, but
Did they come
Used to
back?
do this.
Okay.
yeah, they're
That's
back.
so
I can see all
weird.
again.
Oh, good.
On full screen.
It's the first night that we're doing things at our unusual time. It's just gotta go haywire.
And your computer is like, I don't wanna. No.
No, my computer doesn't want to do anything today. First the
Yeah.
headphones, now the screens.
Oh,
Do I not have? Yes, I do. Okay.
Hi,
All right.
apparition.
Let's do some things. First, I'm going to break it horribly. Let's do that.
Yeah. Let's break stuff.
Okay, now it's fucking busted. Okay, but actually it's elegantly. Hang on. Did it just boot my guests? Yeah? That's how you wanted this to be? Wow. So as soon as I changed modes, it's like, oh, I have to actually restart your local client. Hang on. It's coming back. So I have a scene, which is called Guest Star Group Capture.
There's Munu.
Munu's back. Welcome back, Munu. Sorry about that.
Why am I-
no, you're fine.
I guess I had to warn you that as soon as I said, hey, Guest Star, can you change modes? It was going to actually shit its brains, forget what it was doing, and then...
I said the COMPUTER word, and one of my Amazon devices answers to that. So she just started blabbing.
Oh, it kind of works.
But it's like it's
Do
2
that.
rooms away, so I had to scream at it to turn off.
For the longest time, I forgot what we actually changed. I think we changed it to Ziggy because Katie's middle name is Alexis. And I don't know if any of you are still like around that can hear me because she's sitting on me. Can you get off?
Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Look, oh my
Did
gosh.
you feed her?
Look at her.
It's not time.
She's
It's
a
eight.
parrot cat.
Oh.
Stop putting your butt on me. Thank you.
No, it's
She put
booty
that-
time.
And those
She puts
off.
that back paw on me.
Apparition, hello.
And then you might notice the nameplates are in the wrong
Stop
places.
standing on me.
So let's go ahead and just like, we're just going to, look at this. This is professional shit right here. Let's get this like,
Oh, I'm not even watching the stream. Who am I? Stand by.
I mean, it's probably,
I know. I had to pull it up too.
don't worry too much about the stream right now.
I'm just
It's actually a
staring at guest
disaster.
star. Like,
Okay. And so if I do that
Cat.
and then that,
I mean, I'm sitting next to that monitor and I'm staring at
then
guest star. So
how about,
what
I
does
mean,
that say about me?
literal guest star is just an easier view, with the exception being that my camera is reversed and that drives me bonkers. I did that for one stream. It's probably never happening again.
Yeah.
That was a special Easter egg stream. Just edit it out and put a big troll face, or I can actually do that live. Hang on, here we go. Where's the
I
button?
am a real life guest star.
I'm so sorry,
Oh.
Fred. You're coming with me to Troll Town. There we go.
I didn't even
Barbie and
realize it
Troll
was
Town.
mirrored.
Why? Why are we in Troll Town?
Infinity OBS.
Don't worry, I fixed it.
Is it fixed?
Alexa, play Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up.
You did that to me one time. Never again.
That's my favorite thing to do. Shouldn't have your TVs and your Alexas at the same time.
Freddy
I guess so. I had the audacity to watch stream using the speakers on the TV.
Should never do that. That's your, that was,
That
your
was
first
a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Google, play Taylor Swift, I'm the Problem. You're welcome.
Why are you like this?
I'm fixing it for you.
It's fun. It's the one power we have behind the screen.
Well, the buffering is reduced, but it is still buffering. What is you smoking tonight, guest star? Okay, what else am I running that I can turn off? Hang on. You can turn.
Oh, yeah, we are buffering.
I think I'm just really pushing OBS past its ability to do stuff. I think that's kind of the... I may have to actually slick and reload the whole thing. I really don't want to do that amount of work. However, if I get employed, I will spend a week just in OBS time. That's the behind the scenes goal. If job, then fix OBS.
Not food.
Until then,
that's fair.
focus on get job. Echo, thanks for the raid. All right, this is probably as good as it's going to get. It is in fact better, and I'm happy about that. All right, let's go. Farewell, chat. Thank you for being here.
Chat.
We'll see you again soon.
Chat. Hang on, one more shout out.
Get out of here.
Just one more. I got it. Okay, goodbye, chat.
You're an addict, Muna. The best kind of addict.
Shout out addict. Shout out addict.
Maybe.
A shattuck.
Maybe.
Shout addict.
A shattuck.
Don't judge me.
What's happening in that attic?
Shouting.
Shouting.
Shattuck. Shattuck in the paddock. Oh yes, this is all true. Wow, what even happened last time? Some things happened. Who remembers?
I was going to ask the same thing.
We joined forces. I literally asked Moon this as we were in the green screen or green room.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah. We had chats with Rachel and made our way towards the first tower. We did not reach the first tower. I came to learn. But
Correct,
it
was way bigger than we thought, right?
Yeah, it was way bigger.
Yeah.
I thought we were like standing right next to this 30-foot tower, and I was like, why don't we just light it? Why is this an issue? I don't understand.
All three of us are there thinking a wall is a tower. I was just like, I remember thinking about how funny that would have been to like actually see play out where we're like, wait, this isn't a tower and it's literally a fucking wall.
I thought the ogres were like circling the bottom of the tower, and when we got too close, they cornered us. That is not, in fact,
what I thought too.
No, they ambushed you and on a long slope leading down to where the tower is at. I mean, the tower is on its own rise, but you're going down into like a pocket. You're walking this big wide valley. I think last time I listened and I did kind of explain it, but kind of explain is not sufficient given that we don't have any visuals for this because I just have not had the time or resources to make better visuals. So we're going to do theater of the mind, and I'm going to try to amp my description for you a little bit. So imagine, if you will, a valley that you are walking down. You're kind of on the left side of it, which in terms of the big map, which I don't know if I want to show you that right now because it might change the visual here, but just remember the map. We're going south on the map, okay? You're in the mountains. To your left, rise up, mountains. To your right, rise up, mountains. You have maybe a couple of miles from left to right before it becomes impassable. So you have like it's a big valley that is gently grading down through wooded area. Now, of course, there are like little rises and falls here. It's all very hilly. This is not managed terrain. It's kind of managed by the snow. And so there's not lots of overgrowth, but there is like downed trees and branches and shit that you have to deal with. And you can see the Watchtower from where the battle took place, which you didn't have to flee from after all, because the ogres fled, right? But yeah, it slants down to you can't really see. The tower is very tiny from here because you have essentially another day's worth of travel before you get to it. It's maybe 100 feet tall. And that's probably the best way to.
Oh my gosh.
It's a big tower.
It's not bigger than 30.
The bottom 30 feet is skirted in metal, and maybe that's where the 30-foot number came from. And so it's a granite tower that looks like it was made magically, not like it's basically like the earth was shaped, but the bottom of the tower is not granite. It's iron or some kind of metal that's skirted. It's like a dark metal that's like sort of like a sheath around the bottom of the tower. So go ahead.
I don't know how I got so confused, but I was very confused. I have a better picture now of what's going on.
I accept responsibility.
It was probably me. I don't remember if I was still trying to get my spells figured out at that point, but it was probably me.
We all thought it. We're all on the same page.
I think the 30 feet of metal for some reason translated to that being the tower in brain.
Maybe.
Yeah. Somewhere between rapid note taking and my rapid description.
Yeah.
There's going to be some data loss there. We've lost a Munu.
Shoot, you're going to burn.
An open mic. Careful, Munu. Can Munu hear me right now?
Oh, hey, look. Apparently I missed muting my mic. That's my bad.
That's okay. I don't think there's anything that I have to kill the broadcast over or edit out later. We're fine.
No, my dumb cat was licking a clean pan on the stovetop.
Oh, no. I have a cat that likes plastic
God.
bags.
He eats plastic bags. I've caught him licking the element on the stove.
Why?
Why, indeed? But anyway, I'm
'Cause
trying to
cats
remove
are
all
dumb.
temptation that I can and keep him off the stove, but he's going back. You bastard. Okay. Carry on. I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize.
My notes are disparate. And
Cats are chaos.
They are.
One other
Mine's all
name.
liquid right now. She's got no bones. She's just like
No
full flopped over herself on
bones.
the bed. She's like a flip phone.
I miss my cats.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow, I 100% forgot that person's name. I feel so bad.
You flapping because you want food, but it's an hour, baby.
No, you're streaming. That means eat time.
Yeah, she's gonna have to readjust her schedule expectation.
So it goes.
So whose name?
You
we
don't have to worry
forget?
about that. I had to look it up because it might come up. Don't worry.
Oh,
It will probably come up. And for the record,
Secret
I
DM
never would have
things.
remembered it had I not found the notes. I'm glad I found them.
oh.
Hashtag just DM things.
So
Just DM things.
at the last session, you started your journey after you had a conversation with Rachel after she returned and you determined that we don't know where the owl is, which was the most important part of everything that happened in the past 2 episodes. Nothing else of interest really took place, honestly.
No, it's been pretty boring.
Yeah, super boring. Because it was so fucking boring, the occupants of Jynmora Fortuna decided, we're gonna go to Hollice. Maybe it's a happening place, so we're just gonna abandon our homes and take what little we can carry in a rush to get there, just because they were very understimulated, and that's why they.
Yeah, they were super bored, and I can't blame them. They would like to move to a cultural hub.
Carts and sleds, slarts, basically carts that are sleds until they put the wheels back on. Slarts.
No,
They're making their way.
absolutely not.
Making their way down on.
That's a fun word to say.
Slarts. And then you began your journey. You began your journey, which I can now that I've switched modes. I'm pretty sure I cannot. I could try screen sharing. I'm pretty sure I was gonna. Let's do it on a different.
We could just
night.
open it on.
Yeah, so you can open the map.
On the,
and I'm going to go to the screen where everyone can see the map, which I think is still on OBS mode. Wah! Sorry, Fraggy, but we also will not be visible during this. Wah! Hang on, where's the thing? Wah!
I have disappeared into the void.
Dun dun dun.
It smells weird here.
I can't zoom in on OBS. That's part of the map. Here we are. And you have headed south by southwest towards the North Watchtower. So you're basically midway between them.
So we're only halfway.
You're only halfway there.
Okay. I will resist the urge. Okay.
Yeah, it's like 50-ish miles, but it's really rugged terrain. So even though you have busted AF robo horses, which are mostly going in the normal speed, you can't use them all the time. Not because they're not okay. They're not okay, but because the terrain's just not really hospitable for horses maybe a third of the time. And so sometimes you're just on foot.
I think they look cooler now.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I agree.
I'm sure their owner will agree.
It's not because
jank
mine's
horse.
also busted, but
Jank horse.
Jank
Hashtag
horse.
Jors. Jorses.
Oh no! What is this going to be the theme? Oh God. Okay.
It's kind of how I be.
Jorts.
I like my horse better this way. It looks cool.
That's
I
fair.
like your horse better that way too.
Thanks.
I
May
think
may.
it's cute when it's janky.
Do we know what that structure is between the north and the south towers?
Nope.
Oh, good. Great. Okay.
Love that for us.
Is that a dragon or another tiny structure right in the middle of the triangle?
Here in the
I'm waiting for stream to catch up with me. Yes, that.
that
it
is
does look like a little dragon.
more busted ass buildings.
Okay, so it is structures. It looked kind of like a lumpy night scale. I was like, it could
Jeez.
be.
Actually, to me, it kind of looks like Groot emerging from the ground and like trying to crawl
Yeah,
across.
Aw.
Like their mouth isn't even over it
Oh,
yet.
Thades, can it be Groot?
Groot is
Come on.
he can't. He doesn't exist in this universe. It's very far away.
But that looks just like him.
That is not the determining factor. Focus on the story.
Okay. And what time of day was it when all of the ambushing happened? It was at nighttime, right? Because we were having trouble seeing the orcs.
Yes. So at the end, you were surrounded by, in some cases, invisible ogres that became visible, taunted by a really bad sounding necromancer who really is just a poser. Can we just put that on the table? Does that help? I'm pretty sure you've already gathered that.
And he like got away, right?
Yeah, he just kind of floated off laughing, figuring the ogres were going to finish you off.
Joke's on him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now we're together in battle. I think.
I think that when we ended off,
We had shook
Was
some
it-
hands for something.
yeah, I
had
remember
made a deal.
Someone
what's
helped you.
Yeah.
the orc's
Oh, yeah.
name? The caster? I
Yark.
can't. Yark.
Was that the one we
Dark.
made the deal with, or was that the one that ran away?
I mean, was there a
one-
deal? Essentially, he said you have a common enemy and you shook hands.
Oh, I thought that was the deal.
He saved
for
your
some reason, I
asses.
was like, oh, there's a deal.
Right. He and his
Yeah.
boys rolled out of the snow
Yeah,
and
that was like more of a temporary truce
between
kind of thing.
the
Oh.
I mean, temporary if depends on you all, I guess, but between the dragon illusion, the distraction, and then the stinking cloud cast from Yark, and then the arrows, and you all surgically dealing with two ogres, I think, on your way out to reposition, not run for your lives, right? Those like repositioning. You were repositioning yourselves.
You listen here.
Just making sure I understand.
I mean, if I'm going to be attacked, I'd rather not be at the center of a circle of orcs and ogres,
I think that's fair.
or in between the
Makes
two circles.
Total sense.
And the Holgers ran away. And the reason you all did not run away was spotting a tattoo of Tempest on one of the orcs who was stepping aside so that you could pass by if you chose to. And that was when all of you got the notion that maybe
we
standing our
shouldn't
ground is the
run.
right call.
Yeah.
I panicked.
Well, I think we all did. We were all on board.
Well, yeah, you were in a bad spot there. I mean, that was a lot of ogres.
We
I
were
was
all
told to
on board with
run, so
running.
I ran.
Who
I
told
had to
you
get a head start.
Who told you to run? I can't remember. That sounds like
Esme
your original
and
thing.
Finn.
Oh, that's fair.
the group was like, "Yeah, run," and I was like, "Yeah, let's run."
That's right. I was carrying Finn like a football.
Because you had to come back to get me.
Yeah.
As far as running is concerned, Esmeralda was literally running, and you two were sort of like waddle waiting through the snow. A very steady pace of like a real brisk 15 feet per round.
Wow. Wow.
Is that too much? 12 feet around? I don't know.
Wow.
Just trying to
Why are
help.
you so mean?
I'm
DM
just
is
being
spicy
okay.
again tonight.
realistic with
All
what
right.
this. It's just rough terrain. Rough terrain. It's snow. It's hard. Difficult. But you made it. And you, one of y'all shook Yark's hand. I think I'm pretty sure it was Raymar.
It was Finn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Finn. Fair enough. And then.
Because the Yark like got down on a knee.
The bard did it.
Oh yeah, he got tiny for me,
Right.
which is
He
very
got
nice.
and he said,
Tiny for me.
"Come with me," and he just started walking and waving his hand, and his orcs, basically ignoring you, start walking with him. Do you follow Yark?
Yeah.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
telling us to go? I thought he was referring. I thought he was telling his.
No, it was very, very directly at
Okay.
at Finnegan specifically, but nodding at all of you.
Yes, indeed. I say we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can just like kind of follow up behind, just be like, oh, what now? What was that? Why? Like a stammering amount of questions.
Okay. Well, you can ask the questions.
Guidance.
Why are you here? Why did you save us?
We live here.
Am I missing a geographical thing? Should I realize that they were?
Yeah, I mean, you don't necessarily know where they lived. This was one of the orcs you chased out of Jergeddon's hold. In fact, this one literally ran while you killed his friends.
Oh, was this the one that like was making copies of himself?
Yes,
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
that's the one that you tried really hard to catch with your super speeds, but he managed to evade you because you had to stop to save someone's ass. I can't remember who got picked up and wielded like a weapon, which kind of changed the tempo of that particular fight.
Thades!
It's just escaping me right now. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. I'm sure someone in chat will remember and mention it.
Thades.
Most watch the broadcast later on Twitch. You can see someone in chat, no doubt, saying right now. I don't know who
the
might
amount of disrespect.
possibly put that into.
Cut him the shade.
Esme, that wasn't why Esme couldn't catch him though.
He was
Because
just
I
way,
killed
way ahead
him
of us.
in my next turn. I killed him with my ankles. It was fine.
That's true. Yeah. In any case, I digress. So, yeah, he simply
So rude.
Yark simply nods once and says, "We live here. Why are you here?"
We're traveling. We're trying to get to
Traveling
this place that we were just getting hit.
in the ogre-infested reaches. Yark raises an eyebrow.
Yeah, we got business.
Business.
Why did you save us?
Because the ogres are a problem, and if they're your problem and our problem, maybe it can be a cooperative effort to deal with the problem.
I
They
like that. I
do
think that
seem
sounds
like
like
a
a swell
problem.
idea.
Yeah, the orcs in general seem pretty indifferent to the lot of you. Yark seems a little bit on guard, but cautious, not on edge. You can imagine he looks older than the other orcs, a little bit larger. His skin is a little bit lighter, still green, and a bit wrinkly here and there. And he's got a mane. It's a mullet. He's got a mane of gray hair, with a little bit like more forehead. He's got a big forehead.
I don't think that I have
Can I
ever
detect his
pictured an
thoughts?
orc with hair.
Most of them don't have it.
Can I detect his thoughts?
Sure.
Cool, because he's looking. You said he's looking at us like questioningly. I wanna hear possibly what that like. If it's like a questionable look, if it's like a I'm not sure look, or if it's like a
He so the mostly emotions. So there's definitely a strong sense of wariness and readiness. There's some hope and respect.
Okay. Aw.
And then you'll see in his mind a picture of Tiash. And Tiash is sort of standing in it looks like some kind of a encampment, nestled in a thick copse of trees and really rugged, rocky terrain around it. Sort of like it's in a tiny cul-de-sac somewhere. There are other orcs there as well in this like memory he's having.
Okay. I guess I guess we should say that we are sorry for trying to harm you back at the fortress.
What? No, you're not. He says.
A little bit. I mean, well, we have a common enemy now. It's a little awkward that we tried to kill you a little bit.
Why?
I mean,
But
you tried to kill us too, so.
oh, that's true. You did try. You did try to kill us
Right.
too. Oh well, I guess like is this a definition of bygones?
He
No.
looks at you for a long moment.
I thought we just tried to kill him and they rolled up and saved us.
We have to admit to you, I don't know what that word means, and after listening
that's
to
okay.
your party member use it consistently, I just came to interpret it as meaning I don't know what's happening, explain. I don't know what's happening, explain. And it is a more concise word than I don't know what's happening, explain. So I assume that's what bygones meant. Is it?
That might be what it meant for that party member.
Jordan, it's Jordan is Jordan. It's a long story. It's fine. But no, that's not what it means. It's like the past is in the past.
It's
Basically.
like Hakuna Matata level.
I was
Like,
gonna
just for
go
our own
there.
Clarification.
You gotta
But,
put
like, he
your
doesn't know.
behind in the
Yeah.
past.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
nods, looking like he's still measuring it in his head.
It's contemplated.
What are the
forward.
other? How many orcs were there? Were 20, 24-ish?
Yeah, 2 dozen.
2 dozen?
Yeah.
How are they looking?
They're completely uninjured.
Well, I meant, like, are they staring at us? Like,
No, they seem
they're
unconcerned.
gonna make... Okay.
Yeah, they are. They're just in travel mode. Some of them on the outsides are being very aware of their surroundings, but otherwise, like the group is moving sort of like a pack rather than a unit. They're not marching or regimented, but they obviously
I
work together a
feel-
lot.
I feel like I'm gonna channel a little bit of Finn here and his paranoia.
Great.
None
Do it for
of
me.
these orcs are carrying that symbol that they were when Ranmar had their very bad day, right? The united orc symbol that
Oh, I forgot about that.
shouldn't exist.
No,
Okay.
Wait, what is that?
Okay.
I forgot
no, these are
about that.
orcs
Am
from
I-
the reaches. They're kind of far from the spine. So the Iron Spine is the major mountain range that runs up and down. It's literally, it is the impassable terrain between where Caden was and Trellis was.
Was that a
Right.
dream or a vision? Or was that something we actually
That
saw?
was a dream memory
Okay.
thing, right?
But yeah, that literally is a thing you saw in real life. The
Okay.
orcs having that
Yeah.
like common marking. And that's the orcs sort of north of Caden. So
Okay,
it's not
all
like
right.
it's not monolithic. It's not all orcs. It's just a very, very large quantity of them, like a huge population of them in the Hyther, they call it.
I was scared and felt like I should ask.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's on the-
completely forgot about that.
That's
so.
on the far side of the river.
Yeah.
These orcs do not have those markings.
Okay.
But that's not paranoid Finnegan. That's paranoid Raymar. Raymar has reason for that fear.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
I'm not even
Paranoid
sure that I would
Finnegan is,
count
like,
that as
trusting
paranoid,
nobody.
honestly.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty reasonable that you are the last survivor of your unit, and your friends were murdered by orcs
sure
who had
were.
well, what were they doing there? Right, there's no reason for there's no value in that terrain. It's why Jynmora was there. People left her alone. Right. So
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
Dan, did you want these to be the orcs?
No.
I can.
No,
Nah.
no, I meant damn about what happened to Jynmora. Don't you twist this.
It's like there's already some really major forks in this
Good
timeline.
catch.
Adorable.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Floppy
She is real
Rabby.
cute. Okay.
The wumpus got me. May Borowski.
I feel like I don't really want to chit chat with these folks all the same though.
Can we just say what are we got ambushed. Are we as like a group going with them?
I was going to ask, are
Or
they going
is
in the
we
same direction
still-
that we are traveling in?
No, they're going laterally, so they're going. Hang on, directions get weird in the map. So you're going west. They're going west towards one of the walls.
So maybe we should ask where they're going?
Yeah, where are y'all going?
Camp.
How
Or-
far?
Not far. Our friend will want to meet you.
Who's your friend?
Human.
Tiash.
I was
Yes.
gonna say, yeah,
Dark
it's a
says.
Tiash.
You know of her.
We met.
Powerful warrior. Here with purpose.
Yes. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
So are you expecting us to go to camp with y'all? Because we
That's where I'm leading you, Yark says. You're walking with him to the camp. He said, come with me. And you're all said, yep, we're going with you. So
Oh, okay.
that is
Yeah,
where
we
the
did
party's
say that.
going. Let's,
Okay. I think we could probably, is it not like too long of a trek from like, it's not going to throw us off the path by like
No, it might not be a bad idea
a
to
ridiculous amount, right?
rest.
Okay. Yeah, we should do that. Okay, then yeah, we can continue following.
it's going to be about an hour, give or take.
Where's Mani? What's Mani doing?
Flying overhead, keeping an eye on stuff. She has now
I
returned
thought
from the
Mani
tower.
was holding something.
She was at the
for us.
tower, and you all had to go back and forth on,
Oh.
whether or not she was going to blow herself up to try and set the tower. tower
I don't think that
ablaze.
was ever a viable option.
Yeah. Debating it is a strong word.
You were musing about whether or not she could escape.
I think wasn't that just mostly me? I think that was mostly me being like, but what if? But what if?
Yeah, I think Finn and I were like, okay, how about we don't have the bird fly a torch in? And you were like, but wait.
But what if she dropped it from really, really high?
I mean, these are.
I don't understand physics.
No, it's really
Listen.
great. Yeah. There's no reason to
I
not.
also think if it's dropped high enough, it
Be
shouldn't
creative.
explode the bird.
Explode the bird.
No.
Giving open space. I can fast forward us to the camp, but
Yeah.
it sounded like you have more things. you wanna know.
Let's do that. I don't know what to talk about on the
I
way.
don't have anything to chat about
All right.
with these folks.
So
Yeah.
he leads you into a thicker and thicker wooded area, which is pretty hilly and jaggy at some points. You do some light climbing, and then you come into a very dense copse of trees, within which there's maybe another 25 to 30 orcs here, at varying ages. Some are adults, but there are some obvious like children-sized orcs here. Like basically living here. It's clear that they're ready to leave at a moment's notice. But that's, this is where they are. And sort of sitting in the middle of the camp at there's 3 fires in sort of the center. They're very low flames, but they're fires. It's just like, at this point, it's like maybe 1 a.m. as you get here. Tiash is sitting, staring idly in the fire, her armor glistening.
I don't know what to say to Tia at all.
Yark walks right up to Tiash, and she looks up and then does a double take at the four of you, and then she easily rises from the ground and bows to the party.
Oh my goodness, I want to bow back. Hello.
Yeah, I will too. Small world.
Potential allies, Yark says to Tiash. Certainly, she says.
Thanks.
Glad to find you here, but why are you here, may I ask?
That's quite the story.
Yeah.
She watches you patiently.
Let's see. What even happened first?
We met a snow queen, saved a village.
That was after, though, we found their fallen comrade. At the place where orcs and ogres had fought, there was one dead cleric or paladin or somebody.
Trim. She says she looks upset, if briefly.
I'm sorry. I was, you know what? I wasn't being that weird out loud.
Did we have to, was that the person we need to remember to do something for with the family?
No, this was the
else.
person that I did speak with Dead on, and he told us that instead of going north to look for Razat had come south.
Gotcha.
And we were like, and pivot.
Yeah.
You are carrying an acorn necklace of a citizen named Harris Tollison.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes. One of the ogres got.
Right.
Yes, that's the other person that we met. Well, we didn't meet them.
Yeah.
Encountered at Gina Fortuna.
Right.
Okay. It's been a lot.
I see.
A lot's happened. Yeah.
So, why are you here?
Apparently these watchtowers are important.
She nods, at first slowly and then firmly. She looks at Yark. Allies for certain. Yark nods.
Wait, how do y'all know each other? How do you and Yark?
Common enemy, Yark says.
Ah.
Yeah, the ogres have been causing trouble
that's
here.
why we're here too.
I've lost both of my aides to it. And so now we are going to wage this small war ourselves.
Were the ogres always an issue, or did they become a more pressing issue when Razat showed up?
Before, but worse now. Yark says.
That's fair.
It has been getting worse steadily in recent months. Something's been stirring them up, Tiash says.
Probably Razat.
How long has he been I don't even know how much time has passed in the world.
So we have a timeline in the document, and I zip back. So there's 1, 2, 3. You are coming to the end of the third. You're into the 4th month now by a week and change.
Okay.
So 3 months and change since Razat and Esmeralda had their first encounter.
I don't want to talk about that.
And it could have been at any point after that he was broken out.
Right.
Right?
But think about the distance. Ranmar, specifically Ranmar.
Oh.
And, how long was he in lockdown? How did he get here?
Did Fancy Shoes Boy break him out and teleport him here? Son of a...
Oh, look at those eyeballs.
God damn it.
I'm appreciating Ranmar's Thinmar's
Look at those eyeballs.
thinking.
I wasn't looking. I was staring down while I was thinking.
They were
Was I
big
right?
eyeballs.
I mean, no one can know that, but it is an interesting idea, and it would account
Somebody
for
knows.
how fast Razat managed to get from the Sinlay. Because the path through the north, like if you come up around the top, basically, and come down into the reaches, that was a tough trip. You did that. The other direction is maybe impossible. The elves can do it in force. The number of owl bears there is pretty nutso. You don't want to go that way if you can help it. And so most people just don't go. Leave the owl bears to themselves. If there are druids there, they prefer being owl bears. They don't want to talk to you. So just no one goes. No one goes that way. So what are the chances that Razat managed to go north through that by himself and to do it in an amount of time where he'd get from deep in the Sinlay and accomplish what amounts to a month and a half of travel on foot, maybe 2 months on foot, floating around in his little cute disc? Is Ranmar picking up what I'm putting down here? Says the narrator.
That he got teleported.
Yeah, I mean,
someone who actually knows how to do magic teleported him.
There are different ways of teleportation, of course. So it could be any other. It could be a lot of wizards that could do that. But teleportation is expensive.
And Razat doesn't seem the type to be able to fund that on his own.
He seems
especially
like
not right out of a jail.
It seems like he's artificially powered up in some ways.
I also have questions about why Razat. He doesn't seem overly competent. So is he a distraction? Like, I feel like anybody who is powerful enough to do that, why wouldn't they send somebody better?
Did he still have... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say almost like, how do I
like, is he a decoy?
I was looking to, yeah, like a decoy, or you know how like somebody, you know how like in like ye old times, somebody would like taste the food for like keys and stuff to make sure it wasn't dangerous or poison. He's
Poison
like
checking.
that.
Yep.
Or the cupbearer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did Razat have a sable artifact when we saw him?
Yes, not when you saw him.
No, in my encounter.
But when at the very beginning he did, but that was confiscated. He didn't. He at least wasn't brandishing it when we saw him.
No, we took it. I think, right?
Yeah, you and
no,
Olivia.
This time with the ogres and everything.
No,
he wasn't. He wasn't
holding
one.
Correct. Yeah, he was floating around on some disc, but that was like a spell. There's like a Tensor's floating disc or some variant of that.
Okay. So either he found some power or someone teleported him. Right? Is that what I'm understanding? Okay.
Those are reasonable.
Would finding the power mean like getting an artifact or having another artifact?
I mean, there are magic items in the world that are not artifacts. To be fair.
Yeah.
So it's possible he's got some other items, like someone. But I mean, if he was a prisoner, how did he get out? How did he get the means to get here as fast as he did?
Also, somebody has like an on the in, like somebody can like let him out, or is just powerful enough to be like, you're out.
Yeah, certainly Ranmar would be, like those are the gears that would be turning in Ranmar's head, in my mind.
They're trying to turn.
Where was he being held? Again?
This is a conversation that part
like,
is happening openly because it's okay, but then I can start answering these questions.
Yeah, we can have it openly. I guess we trust, well.
It's Yark and Tiash right now. I mean, Yark is clearly an enemy of Razat. And Tiash is as Ashdel's friend.
I'm still nervous about
they might have
Yark.
some insight though. I don't think that we're discussing anything that is like super sensitive at this point. Just trying to figure out how the fuck Razat got there.
That's too sensitive.
I don't super want to chit chat where Yark can hear us, but that's me.
I would talk with Tiash, but I'm nervous about Yark. I kind of want to know that. What was the question that we said that we were going back into it?
So the question essentially, like basically only Ranmar knows the things we just talked about, unless you're talking about it openly in front of Yark. Otherwise, Finnegan and Esme have to scratch it
Oh,
all
okay.
Okay.
from memory.
Not
Okay,
right
okay.
now. That will be a nice
Okay.
little catch up for later.
Then I also don't know what else to talk about. So I don't know.
Well, we should definitely rest before we venture forth, I think.
That too. We're frazzled. It's probably time to.
If you're going to go to
We
the
just had a
Watchtower,
really big
Need to
fight.
heal and replenish spells, maybe.
what's
Yeah.
your plan? Tiash says for the ogre installation at the foot of the tower.
We didn't know there was one yet, right? Did we?
No, I
know.
don't think we did.
She nods.
Did Monty see that? I
Oh, yeah.
think Monty saw
Yeah, she
that,
was looking down
So
at
we
it.
knew.
Oh, Monty
Yeah.
saw
Oh,
that.
then Monty would have
Yeah,
told,
you'll
or
know
you
that.
would have told
Yeah.
us, right? Okay, never mind.
Oh, no. That
Inu
you-
didn't know.
You confronted
That's-
maybe 16 ogres, and there were 36 more at the base of the tower. Like, very clearly living there.
Do
That's
you have any
unfortunate.
suggestions to how we deal with the what was it, ogre installation at the bottom of the tower?
There's at least 40 to 50 of them, Tiash says.
That's a lot.
Would Finn be able to like illusion a significantly larger army of orcs? No.
Only 20 feet by 20 feet by 20
Right.
feet.
Okay.
Not yet. I think I can do cool things in the future, but
I do have a question.
Mhm.
So when it's a 20-foot cube, can you splice the cube up? Is that just the raw area? And you can be like, and half of the cube is over here.
No, it has to be
Or does-
contained in that thing. That's the monitor.
Damn.
Basically, that's the section.
Okay.
Yeah, the simulation runs in that square and nowhere else. It'd be
Okay.
2 castings to do what you're suggesting.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull major image up anyway. Could I wait? Are the is it? I'm so sorry. Is it orcs or ogres at the bottom? I think it's ogres at the bottom of the tower.
Ogres.
Orcs are friend right now. Ogres are no one's
Oaks
friend.
are friend. Are the ogres? The ogres are under Razat, right?
Working with-
Seemingly.
Under.
That's unclear
working
who's in
with?
charge.
I think they're using him.
Razat seems to think he's the boss. The ogres seem to think they're the boss.
Okay, because I was gonna say if I like disguised as him and just was like, "Hey, leave this tower," they'd be like, "No."
Or
Oh,
I mean, what if you? I guess it depends on. I guess it would depend on what the ogres were aware of and like what they're doing. But like, I would almost wonder if like you could do that and like be Razat or whatever and just be like tell them about something that would be more interesting
Enticing.
for them, because like I can't imagine that like it like again like Thady said, they're nobody's friend and it seems like their only motivation is like killing and eating things. So like if something was presented to them that would be more entertaining or whatever, like I can't imagine that they'd have much motivation to stay. But the question would be like, if that's a sudden change from what Razat's been saying, like are they going to be like, I don't know enough about ogres, I guess.
do ogres have any like prominent fears and or phobias?
I was wondering that too.
And
That's a good question.
Give me a knowledge history, Ranmar, and make it good.
Oh God!
Can I inspire you? Because I forget how I
History?
can use it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, be
Okay.
inspired.
I
You're so
don't even
smart.
have my dice out yet.
Be
Oh,
inspired.
God. Be inspired.
Be inspired,
I'm gonna
Ranmar.
use my good old fuck me, fuck you die. Give me just a second. Oh God! Now I gotta
Scrolling
find.
through.
Hold on. I'm trying to find a D8 for inspiration. Oh God.
Guess I should roll on
It's
behalf of the
happening.
I'm
ogres, right?
sorry, my inspiration. is causing.
Okay, everyone roll some intense dice.
There it is. I found my. Okay, I got it.
Are you ready?
Scroll.
Okay, it could have been worse. So
It's always the best,
it's
Dana.
only a 13. That's my bad. I did not roll well on anything.
A 13 on the die, or
With inspiration?
after you added everything?
I rolled a 6 plus a 1 plus a 2 plus a 4.
Oh.
Oh,
It was not good.
so
Rolls can be.
as far as common folks are aware, the thinking is that ogres are too stupid to be afraid of anything.
That's kind of what it seemed like when they reacted to the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon didn't scare them at all. The dragon
They
was
wanted to
a
get
fun
they were
distraction.
like-
They're like, hell yeah, let's eat the
Yeah.
thing. So,
But
like,
I didn't know if like maybe they're afraid of thunderstorms or something.
Right? Something that they just
actually-
can't fucking understand.
they live outside
Ridiculous.
year round. Like the elements just don't bother them.
But
So do dogs sometimes, and still they fear the sky boom. I'm
Dogs,
just saying.
dogs don't have language to talk about Skyboom. Dogs just think everything's loud and shaking, and that's just unnatural to them, which makes sense. You can't explain what's happening.
Okay.
Ogres have folklore and
however-
stories, and they at least on paper worship gods sometimes.
Oh, on the topic of gods, the ones that had us surrounded, were they followers of Tempest?
Ostensibly, they had tattoos of Tempest, which now that you're thinking back on it, as where you think those tattoos were newly applied and not well. You think it's just they think those are a recent thing for them, whereas the orcs here, those tattoos are old.
Hear me out. What if
Okay,
what if
what if?
Major Image was used to conjure the visage of Tempest, like floating
that?
over the the settlement,
can I do
and
it with
told
something
them
I've never
to
seen?
get out? I mean, you conjured a tiny dragon. You've never seen one of those.
Well, so Finnegan
I've
had
seen
seen
a
a dragon and used it as a model for his art. But yeah, he would need
Shit.
to have a convincing idea of what Tempest looks like.
would I know
Have
what
you seen it in
Tempest looks
books?
like?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rammer, you would know
like-
what Tempest looks like.
Oh, can Ranmar explain it to me?
I was about
well
to say,
enough?
can I at least well enough to fool ogres from 30 feet in the air, however high we want them to float?
So I love this idea. I'm trying to help you get there. For those of you
I
at
don't know
home,
how to make it work.
I want to remind everybody that that this is a campaign that was designed to challenge second and third edition veterans. And so if you're wondering how is this party going to tackle a camp of 60 ogres, I will maybe later talk about how other parties engaged similarly grossly unfair things. But the reason I'm trying to help them get around it this way is that it's a pretty clever solution that I could imagine other parties coming up with. But I also know what they would have done to get there, and this party they're still learning, so I want to help them. All right,
We're so new.
Here's step one. Ranmar needs to make a performance check because you are
Yeah,
going
this-
to try and explain to Finnegan.
Wait, do I need wisdom? I
I'll
need
tell
to
you
be
what.
able to-
First, Munu's going to roll performance, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
I have a -1.
I know it's going to be
That's
amazing.
okay. I also have a 0 in wisdom, so like if that's what I need.
Okay. You know what? That
You got
guy
this.
already betrayed me. Hold on. I'm getting another D20.
I think you're gonna do swell. I think
won't.
The die is on your side, and if you tell them you
It's
will,
not.
they will.
Oh, God.
Stop. Did you get a 1?
It's not a 1,
Okay.
but when you add it all together, it's a 3.
Okay. So I'm not sure what Munu thinks Ranmar said, but what you heard Ranmar say is, I mean, it's just like a guy sometimes can be lady. Doesn't really matter. Don't worry about that part. Gender's not really important, but big.
Okay.
Big Red.
Big.
Seems
Red.
angry, but isn't. Sometimes beard.
Great.
Sometimes.
Big weapon.
That helped, Finn.
There you go.
Was it helpful?
Finnegan, your expert opinion, Finnegan, is that you cannot put on a good performance with that information. You're going to need something else.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna say. Yeah, I see.
This is a good plan, but you're going to need to figure out what Tempest looks like.
Can I ask Tiash? Does Tiash know what Tempest looks like?
She muses for a moment and shakes her head and looks at Ranmar with hope.
No, wait, Tiash.
Hope?
Okay, does the description big, red, angry, sometimes beard start to make sense, Tiash? Do you have anything else to add? Or just enunciate, or not enunciate, just expand on angry.
Does anybody have a
sometimes beard.
drawing of them,
Angry,
perhaps?
sometimes beard.
Do any
anyone
of
have a
these
drawing?
or
A
orcs
picture?
who are longtime worshippers
Have any books? With
would
pictures?
Yark be able to conjure an image? I know some spellcasters have that ability, that it's just a little bitty, like a hologram. They can.
Do you have that? Does Ranmar have that? Does Ranmar have that?
No, or I would have used it.
Oh,
I wouldn't have rolled a 3.
I was just wondering if that was a thing we maybe forgot. That's fair.
I wish. I want illusion magic, but I don't have it. I'll look, but I don't have it.
Yark conjures a very small image, which looks basically exactly to be what Ranmar described. It is a big dwarf that is red and looks really pissed off.
Oh.
Something like this, Yark says. I've never seen Tempest, Yark admits. Finnegan, you don't think this is going to work either.
We can't draw anything. The tattoos are not of.
No, they're
literally-
symbols. There are like an
Okay.
axe with a sword for a hilt instead of a handle. So you're holding the sword while you're
Somebody
using the
likes
axe.
axes.
No. Well, no.
Spit it out.
I was like, what if we asked Virgadine? But I mean, I feel like
ask?
technically he's been helping us out a lot with auguries, but I don't know if I just came in heavy with what does Tempest look like? If he could help. Wait. Babies. You once said to me when I was like sending won't work on Virgadine, you went, yeah, why wouldn't it? And I was like, what? Were you fucking with me, or can I use sending on Virgadine?
I would send a network on Virgadine.
I don't know. Every time I try it, I get blasted in the brain. I don't know.
That's fair. I also would be
Yeah,
scared
I mean, let's
of
see.
getting blasted.
You've tried. No, you did. Did you do sending on Rachel? That didn't hurt you.
I did not do sending on Rachel.
Oh.
I was scared, and also I didn't have
We
any
asked
spells
Rachel
left.
What sending would do.
Yeah, and then Rachel was like, I'm always in here.
Oh, that's right. I mean, she
But I
sounded
did
less
ask
ominous
her-
than that, if I remember correctly.
She did. She was way less ominous. She's incredible.
She's only
Is
ominous when
she-
she's angry.
Yeah. Is she still here?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
She's
Okay.
quietly
All
listening.
right. If I could use sending, that would give us a better chance of getting a good description
Yeah.
of Can I do that?
You're going to commune with your planetar? Tiash says, looking at you curiously.
I could try.
Maybe he could
Do you
show
not commune
Finn
with the planetar?
an image.
Tiash says, yes, but the Celestials of the lady, they fill a different role. She looks at Rammer.
Am I confused?
You're not confused. No, Ranmar, you know, if you wanted to know something, you call on a celestial of macabre, and if you want something's ass kicked, you call one of the ladies once.
Oh.
Yeah, they're bruisers.
Oh.
They're
Like
not,
go
yeah.
time.
I see what she means now. Okay.
Yeah, she'll
All
ask
right.
for help, but she doesn't get she'll get little bits of knowledge, but that's Ranmar's domain specifically is the
Okay.
Gotcha.
trivia.
I didn't
and stuff.
understand what she meant. I was hardcore confused. Okay.
Yeah,
All
there's
right.
the more or less that she can't get the answer you need with her connections.
Okay. All right. No, I chose nerddom as my thing. Okay.
You sure did, and it has saved the party's ass a bunch of times already.
I feel like it hasn't. Okay. All right. I'm scared. I'm going to do sending. Oh, don't hurt me. Okay. I should have planned this. Why are you typing? Lucky, please? No.
I'm not typing. I clicked studio mode because the buffering is better in studio mode for some fucking reason.
Okay. Sending.
Oh, look at that kitty. Oh my
It's a
god.
very large kitty.
I want to
I'm mad.
swoosh.
Okay.
Oh.
Need some help. Do you know what Tempest looks like? The more details, the better. Crazy plan depends on it. Please help. Done.
Huh? Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, wait. You don't remember what Tempest looks like? Yes, you do. I can see it right in your head there.
Am I allowed to talk back, or is he wasting words?
What? No, I don't have to worry about the stupid limit. What are you talking about?
This is new to me. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, you went dead for a minute because you do have to worry about the limit, but we're good.
Oh, great. Okay.
Hang on.
Well,
He materializes in camp. Tiash's eyes go wide, and Yark looks confused.
Hey, all right. Hi, everybody. Bergadine, everybody.
hi.
All right, sick. So, so this is technically beyond your pay grade, young cleric. But
Everything is.
everything is right. That's why I'm here. So I'm going to try and help you, which is definitely me and definitely not the dungeon master speaking through me, because that would be strange.
I don't know those words you said, but they sounded funny, Vergadine.
Huh? Yeah, don't worry about it. This happens.
Okay.
I get it, Rachel says.
Right. So here's the situation. You need a visual depiction of Tempest that you can get out of Ranmar's noggin and put into Finnegan's noggin in a way that will inspire Finnegan's presentation. However, Ranmar is not an artist. I mean, Ranmar is an artist with words and knowing things, but that's... Ranmar, you have my respect, but that's where the artistry ends, and it's a hard stop.
Oh,
It is a dead end.
If you heard my words about 2 minutes ago, you'd take that back. I tried to describe him. It went poorly.
I'm doing my best here. So, however, what you really want is a depiction that they're going to recognize. And the Watchtowers have depictions on their doors.
Ooh.
Get money.
We can send money.
But then Finn can't see through Monty's eyes. Esme's gonna have to convey it still.
Esme would have
shit.
to convey it.
How are you with art, Esme?
Could somebody explain it?
The narrator would like to weigh in here and admit that if Esme was really amazing with art, I guess they wouldn't really have any impact, because there are some artists that are just really not great at communicating about their feelings, and Esme's right there, so give it a shot.
Damn.
Did I just roast every artist ever? Being an artist, I can complain about it. Yeah, that's
You
fine.
also are roasting all of your players tonight, 2 Thades.
Huh?
I
No, it's
feel very
Vergadine.
roasted.
Yeah, it's fine.
Can I do art stuff? And then if they explain it to me, can I draw it or
Your best
not?
bet, young
Probably
Finnegan, is to make sure that you somehow can get a good glimpse of that door. All right, that's all I got.
Alright.
Don't die, because it's pretty risky here. And if you die, it's going to be.
Don't say that.
I have to say that
That's
because
not
I don't want you
instilling
to
confidence.
die. Huh?
That's not instilling confidence.
I've got it.
Wait, you've got it?
I've got an idea. So Finn can do the thing where he makes himself an ogre. And then he can go undetected to
I can
look
go
at the
up to the
doors.
door.
And then
That means Finn has to go in alone. And if anyone
Don't
realizes you are not one of the 50 who live here, he's dead.
Or capture.
Just put it out there. I mean, they wanted to eat
Hopefully
us. I
not
don't think they're
dead.
worried about capturing so much as eating.
Look, I'm trying to find my bravery within the plans that we
If
have
we
unfolded
could
between us. So
get-
I'm gonna say captured, so I
Yeah,
don't
that's a good
bust
idea.
into tears as Finnegan, thinking about I have to go into possibly a whole 40 to how much was it? 40 to 50.
57.
Thank
okay,
you.
so then
You're
what if
welcome.
we went back to that
Confidence instilled.
original plan of
Thank
looking
you.
like... What if we went back to the original plan of Finn making himself look like the dumbass on the disc? Like... as
It sounds
long
like you have options.
as he's
And
not
like,
there.
you're good with me.
Oh yeah,
You're
I'm
going
so
to be
sorry.
fine.
Yeah.
No. Don't be sorry. It's fine. I come and
Sorry, I
go
don't
to
want to
say.
lose these thoughts as they come. 'cause-
I know, I get it. I understand. I think you're doing really great with that.
We get to chat.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't
So,
usually all get to chat.
Virgadine suddenly looks a little awkward, and like looks down at the ground and purses his lips.
What's up, Virgadine?
all right. So I'm just trying to work on what came up in my last review. So I just want,
Oh,
if you'd like, group hug. Anyone into a group hug times?
Oh yeah, I do.
And he will kneel and squat down really low on the ground and just open up his giant fucking arms.
Come
oh
on.
my god! I'll do a group hug.
Yeah. Group hug. Yeah.
Ezra is like, y'all can do the hugging.
So obviously
I'm not
Tiash and Yark
annoyed.
stand back, sort of like mesmerized that this is what's happening. And
Can I
while
also-
Finnegan and Ranmar and Esmeralda all get hugs from Virgadine,
No, I said no. I backed
Esmeralda
up.
does not.
No.
No.
Rachel looks a little distantly sad. She's obviously trying to mask it.
Oh.
Aw, can Rachel hug Virgadine? She can't yoink
Huh?
his soul, right?
Oh. Would you like a hug, little one?
She looks perplexed for a moment, just looking at him up and down. She slowly shakes her head and looks at the ground. No, that's all right. Thank you.
Okay. Well, next time, anytime. No pressure, obviously. All right. Do your stuff. Do your thing. You can do it. You are literally the only ones that can.
The team.
Is there anything
Great.
else I was supposed to mention?
He looks at Esmeralda for a moment,
Oh no.
rolls a 5,
It'll come back to me. Whatever. It's fine. Good luck.
and he walks off stage,
That's all.
fades out as he steps away.
So that happened.
Okay.
That happened.
Did you just hug a planetar? Tiash says, like, looking
Things are weird
bemused.
here.
She nods.
That's Virgadine. He's
We share
making a lot of
emotions, we
changes
hug.
in his management strategy thanks to the reviews. It's great. There's cat hair in my nose. Everybody send help. Ugh.
Who does he report to? Rachel says.
Isn't the only one Bacab above? Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
Sweet.
Sick.
Sick. So I could go look at a door. We're gonna have to rest and sleep because I don't actually like. I can't. Wait, can I? Hold on.
We
Oh,
should probably
well,
rest and sleep before we do that, regardless, I think.
Yeah, I
Let's-
could do it, but we should probably rest anyway.
Can we somewhat solidify a plan so I can
Prepare spells.
get spells situated?
I was actually going to ask, is there a difference? Would Ranmar or somebody know if there's a difference in like, do they, like, are they less, like, are they all asleep at night, or are they less patrolling at night, or more patrolling at night versus the day? Like, if we go now, would it be weirder that an orc came up at like the nighttime versus like
Ogre.
kind of strolling his way in? Oh, sorry, did I say ogre?
Yeah,
Ogre.
just don't do it at the most critical moment, because if you walk in there as an orc, you're dead.
Oh no. Okay. Okay, I need to remember in my
correct him.
head. Yeah, please correct me. But like if I try to slip in at night, where there'll be less people like there, or will it be weirder that somebody's walking in at like the night?
They do
I guess
sleep
that's my question.
at night, Yark says. Light guards
And
in the wee hours.
and Finn, you basically stay this size, right? You don't become the size of what you're
He does, I
disguising
think, right?
as, right?
No, I think no, I don't think so. Let me
I mean, there's
If
a
the
little
plan
bit that
is to
you
use
can't-
alter self, won't do this. You'll have to use major image.
I was going to say, I feel like major image would be safer anyways. Like,
Oh,
do
can you
that
be
from somewhat of a
inside of a
distance.
major image?
Finnegan is sprightly enough that I think that's totally reasonable. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Ooh.
Then yeah, major image I can, but I can't with the skies. It can't like break too far out of my what I have to offer.
Oh,
Yeah, I think what Finnegan's
I-
small technically, or like
I'm
yeah,
tiny too.
A small creature, yeah.
like literally small, and so you're not supposed to be
Yeah.
able to be a medium-sized creature, but I allowed it because I thought it was awesome,
Yeah.
and so now we're stuck with that. So you can, well, I guess I could say you're not stuck with it, but I think it's too cool. So, but you can't be an ogre that's way too large.
Yeah. We want
Because
to
they're
use
like
it just like a little different.
7
what about
or 8
Razat? How
feet
tall is Razat?
Human-sized, medium. It's maybe 5'4", 5'5".
So Razat might work. I don't know if that would be
But-
weird.
But Razat's constantly floating on that disc, and what
I'm not
major
floating.
image might be able to do it, right?
But I can't go through my major image. Like I can't. I'd have to like I can't. Right? Like I can't stand on a disc that's not there.
Correct. Yeah,
'cause
you
then I'll
can't like
fall
float
through
with it or hide in it or anything like the. There's no physicality to the.
Got it. But
Oh,
you can
it's
like,
not tangible at all.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
but you could like have the major image of the ogre be like around you.
Yeah, either like the orc, sorry, now I'm doing it. The ogre.
I know. I'm so sorry.
The ogre has like skirts, or Finnegan just moves quickly and is in a leg most of the time, right?
Yeah.
Like hiding in the hologram.
Is this really going to be the plan? How close?
Wait.
How close is the tree line from?
Wait.
Whoa.
You're like a half day or more's travel, so
Y'all.
you have to get closer and stuff. This is not a oh, let's do it right now kind of thing.
Oh
No,
never
but
mind.
like to not leave Finn completely deserted. How close could we be to the settlement without being seen? Like, are there trees?
It's a watchtower. It is specifically designed to watch for and resist oncoming assaults. So
But they can't get into it.
they're not in the tower, but they're on the hill around it, and so
they
they
have
are
some-
they're on a rise, and it is all very
Gotcha.
clear. So cover
Once
of
again, I didn't know what we were talking about.
Cover
I
of-
thought they were at the bottom of a valley. Oh.
the valley goes like this. Ooh, whoop, where they put the watchtower on.
Oh, they're at the
and
top.
they're on the
Hill.
little.
Right, because the tower can oversee most of this valley. And also, it's hard to see from here, but there's another major valley avenue leading from this deeper into the reaches towards where, like, the Temple of Tempest is.
Okay.
And so, like,
All
that
right.
from the watchtower basically looks down a couple of lanes of these, like, big valleys.
Okay.
Does that help conjure a better picture?
A little bit, but basically there is no backup for Finn. Finn's gonna be alone.
I'll go with him.
We got
Rachel
this.
says.
We got. No, Rachel. I mean, you can slip out of the. You don't have to like actually be like visible.
She
Is
nods.
that going to be okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
How are you feeling? You took a big hit.
Oh, I'm okay. I'll be fine.
Are you?
She
I'm
moves her arms around, shrugs her shoulders. I mean, I got a little. I mean, are you okay? I kind of got pretty mad, and I did a thing I haven't done in a long while, and I just don't know how people feel about what happened.
I think you're.
I thought it was badass.
I thought
It
you
was
badass.
awesome.
You conjured illusion of small demons, says Yark. Very clever. Scare ogres. Yep. Rachel says illusion. Definitely that's what it was. They were not real.
They were really cool illusions.
Very well done.
Yeah.
Powerful magic.
Why your illusions call you mommy? Let's change topics, Rachel says.
Sometimes illusions just do that. That's just what happens.
Sometimes you just give them personalities because you think it's
Yeah.
funny, and then you forget that you're around people, and you're like, "Oh, right, yeah."
Very
My
believable,
bad.
Yark says. You
Yeah.
powerful wizard. Thanks, Rachel says.
Aw. Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm assuming we're gonna rest.
Yes.
Would it be better to do it in the going in like morning rising or like sunsetting?
Well, how far away are we from the tower still?
Half a
A
day.
day?
Half a day.
Oh, half a day.
So like, 7
So
hours.
if the goal is
9
to
hours.
go in for nighttime, then it would make sense to rest and then go late morning.
Go in the morning. Yeah.
Get close and like camp out until it's time to, or hide out until it's time to go in.
Yeah.
So what exactly? I'm essentially major imaging. Wait, not an ogre. I major imaging. Wait, no, yeah, an ogre.
An
Standing
ogre.
in the light
Yeah.
of an ogre.
But what's going to be your reason for being an ogre none of them have ever seen before?
What is gonna what would I be doing, Ranmar? Do you have knowledge of what I don't know what orcs do. I don't know why I would
Ogres.
be doing things.
Ogres.
Ogres.
It's going to be
Ogres.
really dark, and ogres are stupid.
Okay.
Use
so
those things to your advantage.
dumb it down. Less is more.
If you're just
Lucky.
random ogre, like even one of the ones that you saw that you killed, and you're just wandering in there and it's dark, they're going to be like, okay, ogre walking around. Is that going to raise their alarm? Asked the narrator.
Yeah.
Probably not.
That's
Rizat draws
Oh,
attention. Orcs draw attention. But another ogre, there's like 50 of them. I mean, do they really all know each other that well at that
Also,
number?
maybe one of them has to pee,
oh.
right? Like,
If there's one wandering around the camp, is that going to raise an alarm? I mean, maybe there are sections where going will raise some kind of questions, like, wait, why are you specifically in this specific place when this is this specific job or something? But if it's just wandering around the camp, you know.
and the images of Tempest are on the outsides of the doors.
Yes, correct. The outside of a door.
So
But-
you
So
literally
I
just
really
have to
only need
wander
get,
by.
Yeah.
But if you have to go inside, you also have a key already.
Hear me out.
do have a
if,
key.
If something horrible happens,
Uh-huh.
could you unlock that door, run in, and lock yourself in?
Could I?
I don't know.
Also,
I'm just trying
I
to
mean,
think of
that would be-
ways
Also, okay.
to not die.
Well, they can't get into the tower right now, right? So I'm assuming they don't have the key, but if I have the key and I get in and I lock it, then
But Razat can get in. So we got to hope he's not there.
oh, Razak can
right?
get in. And
Razak
if
said
I
he
get
can get in.
spotted,
we can
then
always,
somebody's going to tell him.
I would imagine that these are things that we would maybe be able to tell once, like, Finn is closer and not necessarily, like, trekking through their camp, maybe. I don't know. But also, I could send Mani to kind of just be
Mani, yeah.
floating around, and I can see and hear through her, so we can have an idea of, and I imagine that she could make some kind of a sound to alert Finn of whether or not she potentially sees
like Razad or danger
a
or like
humanoid.
something
Yeah.
like out.
Yeah,
Or
you've
any
been
type
made.
of-
Hoot, hoot.
Made.
Okay. All right.
That's bloat. Big bloat.
She gives me mouse, drops mouse at feet. Time to go.
Bloat what mouse do when mouse very old and not eat.
Thank you. Thank you, you very beautiful creature. You. Thank you.
Welcome. Big bloat.
Big,
We're gonna go see the big bloats. But you gotta, Esmery, make sure you tell Mani to go that she no get around big bloat. She stay up high.
Big bloat.
Yeah. I mean, we have a two-way communication, so
Float.
I can
Oh yeah.
watch what she's doing
Float.
and instruct to do other things if necessary.
Bloat rhymes with float.
Yes.
Once pick up bloat. Bloat tastes gross, but put in water and float. Weirdly pretty.
Is this Mani's thoughts?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mani, you don't even detect your thoughts, friend. Careful.
Maybe Mani's an artist.
Big bloat.
Maybe Mani's an artist. Mani would be an artist. That's true. I can see that.
She sees beauty in the
little
bloat
things.
floating.
Yeah.
That's an art thing.
A beauty in the bloat.
Floating bloat.
I'm stalling because I'm nervous, so that's all.
But we still have to sleep, so we don't have to do
Oh,
anything.
we have to
yet.
sleep.
just
We have to sleep.
Yeah, you
You're
have time to
right.
sleep. Does anyone else feel like they have the means to sneak in there with them? Like Rachel has means, Finnegan has a plan, and is also sneaky.
I mean,
I'm trying and I'm not coming up with
We've
much.
got
Wait,
silence that Ranmar has, and I have pass without a trace, but that won't necessarily keep us undetected, but it would maybe be enough to be confusing.
I don't know. That might be able to help us get a little closer, but there's nothing to hide behind, right? It's just open.
I mean, there's structures and stolen carts and goods and piles. It's a camp. You know, like they're not just.
Ooh, and it's going to be dark, so maybe if we just use silence, we can at least like sneak in to be close enough to assist should things go wrong.
I mean, if things go wrong, there's like
But
this
you
is
have
the
to pass
narrator.
the
There's
clearing.
over 50 ogres.
Yeah. And pass without a trace would make us be pretty darn quiet, right? Mechanically, I think it gives you like a +10. But it makes you quiet and harder to
yes.
see.
Ooh.
And you don't
Sorry.
leave tracks, right?
+10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be tracked except by magical means. So, I mean, we could always use that to get us out, potentially. But also...
I would definitely have that as the getting out, if
And it's a...
rather than getting in.
I have...
it doesn't say... A veil of shadow masking you and your companions from detection. It doesn't say how large of an area it is, but...
I think it's within 30 feet of you. If I remember right.
Each creature that I choose within 30 feet of me. So I guess in a situation where things go wrong, y'all could manifest your jank horses, and we could we could pass without a trace the fuck out.
I could do it.
Okay.
Says the narrator idly.
I can, and I'm looking through my spells. The best one I think that might be able to help is enhance ability. I can improve or give you advantage on any of your checks, like Constitution, Dexterity, Strength.
Okay.
But would Dexterity be more useful so that you can sneak within your image? Or
my dexterity is already like my like second to top like thing I have. Like I have like a +3 to it, so we could either do it more and then I could be like even more safely assured that I'm gonna stay in it, or it would be okay to put it somewhere else. Because I have okay.
This would give you advantage, which means you'd roll 2 d20s and take the highest and then add your stuff on. So like if you were making a stealth check, you'd roll twice, take the best one, and then add your stuff. Or
Gotcha.
I could do literally any other ability score. But I don't know. That's the best one I've got right now.
And I think it's a pretty decent plan considering.
Agreed.
And it seems like we have a good like fallback.
I think having a good enough fallback is gonna be the thing that makes me the most confident about going in. Like
that's fair.
And all
going
of
in
this
is gonna be okay.
All of the going in is so that Finn, you can see what Tempest looks like, or at least what the ogres are looking at as Tempest.
Okay.
And then to summon a Tempest and tell them to get out or something.
Wait, am I doing that while I'm there? Like,
another thought. Are ogres large enough that we could all fit inside the hologram?
I don't know. I don't think so.
They're pretty big.
We'd all have to make checks and succeed the checks, right?
Are we Trojan horsing this? Okay.
Trojan horse it.
My only thing is
we don't have to fit Rachel in there because Rachel can just disappear into the ether for a moment. So
if that's the plan, we need Pass Without a Trace or Silence.
Silence because Pass Without a Trace creates a veil. So that would be something that would draw attention. But using silence,
that's against its very nature, right?
No, it says a veil of shadows. So I don't know. I guess I got the idea that it like.
Did you ever play Skyrim?
Only like an hour's worth of it.
Then never mind. You wouldn't know what I'm visioning in my head. So with silence, no matter how small I make that bubble, even if it's only covering me, it's going to muffle part of this major image. And it's going to have 1 foot that doesn't make sound when it hits the floor, right? Like,
right, okay.
It's going to sound weird to not have sound.
I think that I maybe was misunderstanding because I wanted to use it last episode, and I think that maybe I got confused in like how it was being described that it would make it apparent because we would just disappear, I guess. But in the night, if it's like a shadow, then I would think that it would work.
My understanding is it kind of obscures you. It's like you're in shadow, which makes you less visible, but it doesn't make you invisible. Like if you're in broad sunlight, just standing there.
Right. But if
you're not going to disappear.
In the dark and also in a hologram, and I can choose who is silent. So we can always have one person not completely silent so that there is a sound.
So you would be able to choose us for being sneaky, but the hologram isn't a creature to choose. It's going to make noise if Finn wants it to make noise, right?
So,
right, yeah.
I only heard
How
about
big is it?
a third of what you were saying while I quickly Googled a bunch of stuff. I'll say what I Googled while it was happening. How big's a large creature? Dungeons and Dragons ogre dimensions to get sort of the idea of an average height, which is between 9 to 10 feet and roughly 600 pounds. And then I Googled, average height to width ratio of human male. And then that got me into the waist to height ratios for swimmers, which is some of the stuff we had the best data on for some fucking reason. I don't know why, but we've got that. And it's 0.424 for women and 0.428 for men. So it's basically the same, which is great. That makes it easy. So I was okay. The punchline is that an average ogre is going to be about 5 feet wide at the waist. So if it's 5 feet from one side of the waist to the other,
and then it's got like
imagine that gate,
skirts.
and it's got like 6 feet per leg going down, not like 6 measured feet from hip down to the ground, right? That is enough space for 2 medium humans to fit in, and they have to be locked arm in arm and moving pretty consistently. And I would argue that Finnegan could probably handle it no matter who was bumbling above. And then the next in line to probably pull this off would be Esmeralda, who has the dexterity to do it. Without her armor, maybe Tiash. Yark's a flat no. And I'm so sorry, Ranmar, but I kind of don't want to encourage you to take the check. I feel like it would be irresponsible of me to say, yeah, go for it. You'll probably be fine. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
We were talking about, we were like, silence or pass without a trace would be required if I'm there, because I have disadvantage on any stealth check because of my armor.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is then, because I was thinking that I could cast pass without a trace on all 3 of us while we were inside the hologram, which would make us even less detectable. But then I was thinking, like, if it is nighttime, if it is dark, would we even need to be in the hologram? Like, Finn could be in the hologram, and then anyone else that we wanted to take
behind it
could just be kind of like maneuvering our way through. And then maybe Finn can literally, instead of going to the door and like looking at the image of Tempest for all this, like could legit just unlock it. We could all fucking go in and then close it and lock it behind us.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, and Finn, as a small size, is able to go through the space of any creature at least one size bigger. But I'm scared.
Yeah, it's a matter of dexterity and not like spoiling the illusion when weird random dwarf parts are poking out the moving legs.
Yeah.
Like the hologram going to look strange. Do you remember the towards the end of the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Illusion started falling apart as concentration started to lapse. It wouldn't be that bad, assuming concentration's okay. But like, you know, the thing would warp around you if you poke your arm out or whatever. And because Finn's in control of it, Finn knows what's moving and when. Someone else in there is going to have to be really sprightly to be careful.
But what if we were in there and we had passed without a trace?
That's an advantage to you not being tracked. But remember, you're in the illusion. And you're hiding in the
So it says you're like veiled in shadow. Like you are obscured dark. Somewhat.
Yeah.
I am okay with not going. I'm just scared.
Well, I'm more because my thought was, and I guess I don't know. My thought was that like we're putting Finn into a dangerous situation for, you know, the purposes of looking at an image and then like leaving to kind of then go back and do something similar to try to get the ogres to leave. But then I was just kind of like, well, what if we can just all go into the tower? But then there's also the aspect of like leaving, I guess, too.
Yeah. I don't think they would. I think they would be less likely to believe the thing that I had gone to see if we like conjured Tempest. I think if they saw us already go into the tower and then like we did it, they'd be like, a bunch of humans just ran into this tower and then like Tempest showed up. Would they still like be as believable with it?
I want you to walk through that again for yourself. You all sneak into a tower. Maybe they don't notice you get in there. All of a sudden, the dormant for decades Watchtower lights ablaze and the god of Tempest appears under his Watchtower. Do you think they'd find that believable?
Probably so.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
But if they didn't see us at all go in, but if we like any of us get spotted going into it, wouldn't it be more difficult? Like if they all of a sudden like we were locked in the tower, then there's 50 things around us in the tower.
What do we know about ogres?
Yeah.
Well, and my guess,
yeah.
my main thing was like, okay,
true.
so if Finn goes alone and gets into the tower, like I just don't know what's in the tower, and that was
Yeah,
my main thing for
that's
like
true.
wanting us all to go, because like sure, if something or nothing goes wrong and Finn goes in the tower, like if there are more ogres in the tower or other things in the tower, then he is alone.
That's true. Okay. We can wait, Raymar, did you say you weren't going? Or you said you're okay with not going, but is that
I think I'm gonna get you caught if I go with you.
I'm curious about, and maybe this is more of like a direct like DM question, like if it is dark and I use Veil of Shadow on us, or Pass Without a Trace, where it says we have a veil of shadows and silence that radiates from us, is that noticeable in the dark by stupid ogres?
So it gives you a +10 and you have advantage at night, but they have dark vision.
Shit.
Most things in Dungeons and Dragons do.
Damn them.
yeah.
I can give more than one person advantage on all your dexterity checks for an hour. But that means you've got an hour from the time I cast it until it ends, and that's you gotta get there, get in, get what you want to do,
And leave.
decide if you're
Okay.
coming out.
So I almost think
Yeah.
that we are maybe better off just like resting, getting ourselves closer, and seeing like what things look like there at night, and like where are they stationed, how many are actually awake, where are they
Yeah.
looking, because I think that could completely change any plan that we come up with. And if
You do
there
that.
are ways for us to get closer, because Thady said there are like things that we can hide behind, we can use silence to get ourselves closer and kind of like scope things out, or I can send Mani in to kind of like give me a vision of what things look like there. I feel like that's our best option.
How far away do we think we're going to end up being? Like, would silence be useful if we were just trying to recon from afar?
That's a good question. And I think to get that information, it would behoove the party to get closer to actually do some reconnaissance and figure out like what the camp looks like at a closer distance, but within visual range. Because right now you see the tower, and you're getting whatever Mani sees, which is from Esmeralda's description.
Okay. I'm just, unless I'm misunderstanding, it's already way into the night.
Right, we're gonna rest, and then it's a 7-hour trek, so we can rest. We can go to the tower as close as we can before we lose like cover, and like see what we can see from there.
So I should go ahead and get silence up, probably, or not up, but ready. Sounds like.
Probably.
I feel like that would be useful to have, regardless of what our plan ends up being.
Does Finnegan have
did
only
we-
one cast of major image per day?
2.
2. Okay.
Let me make sure. I'm pretty sure 2. Yeah, 2.
Nice.
I was gonna say, is the plan? Am I getting the door and getting out, and like?
I think it's
reconning,
better for
especially
us
if we
to
don't
like.
have Ranmar?
I think it's better for us to go and just like see, because I feel like there are things that could potentially deter us from any of the plans that we've come up with so far. And maybe if we go and we see what it looks like at night, something else might even come to mind.
That's true. We could do that. We can rest and then do a little recon. Yeah. I think I'm good to rest. If anybody else, I will be heading off to bed, contemplating this plan that we have before us.
What is the image of Tempest going to tell them to do? Tiash asks.
Well, if they're new worshippers, right? It
Mhm.
could say,
You could give them a quest.
oh, I was thinking like, get out of here, you're not worthy. But a quest might
Oh.
work too.
Wait,
I don't know.
wait. Did they? No, they didn't run. They weren't the ones that ran away, were they?
The ogres ran.
Yeah, but it's not.
Oh, wait.
It was like a part of their group. It wasn't all of them.
It wasn't all of them. You know what? We could go up and just be like, some of your group is not worthy, so neither are you.
You harbor cowards.
what if
Ranmar,
GTFO.
you're pretty sure that if the god appears and says you're not worthy, they'll be like, oh, okay, whatever, and then they'll just go on about their business, and
Oh,
and just like be fine
All
with
right,
it. But if they're
well.
jazzed
What
about
if-
the god and the god appears and says you're doing awesome, that might be a different story.
I was gonna say, what
Just
if
kidding.
the god appears and like ramps them up a bit, but then like tells them that we're good to go into the tower? I don't know exactly why. Like we can work on that, but what if it's just kind of like, hey,
Oh,
these
you want
folks are cool. They got a thing
vouch
to
for
do.
us.
Like let them
Yeah.
through.
What if? So there's that, which is us like being Earth. Frick, what's it? I just lost the name. Tempest, like vouching for us essentially
Mhm.
to let us in. Ranmar, yours was more on the side of wait, what was it? Oh wait, no, you said that one wouldn't
being
work, though.
mean. It's like,
Being
yeah,
mean.
yeah. Deep down, Ranmar knew that wouldn't work.
What if could we like could I persuade them to like go do like a task, like a thing? Like if I'm like, hey, you all here, go do this instead because I'm Tempest and you got to listen to me. Would they actually listen? Do we think?
What happens if Finn is controlling the major image? That becomes like a performance check, right?
Yes, that's right.
Finn, I know your performance is about sky high, but I can also give you advantage. Not also. I could, rather than Dex, give you a charisma advantage on all your charisma checks. But that means you don't have advantage on any stealth.
But Finn's dexterity is
My
It's
dexterity's
pretty good, but his charisma's better.
My charisma is better. So do we
And
want to make
well,
the
Which
pass
one's the
without a
linchpin?
trace adds a 10 bonus
Yeah.
to dexterity
Yeah.
too.
I mean, even if sorry, I meant to mute before I clipped my binder shut. Even if Finn messes up stealth somehow, right?
Mhm.
If that happens at that moment, you could still conjure Tempest as the mother of all distractions in the sky above you, right? Like maybe you don't have to be stealthy when a whole god is in the air
God
above
is-
you.
Yeah. So is the last call, is the like last like ditch effort just a tempest?
I mean, maybe. Can I cast enhance ability to enhance a different ability for two people? I can cast it at higher levels to affect multiple creatures. Hold on, let me get there. Okay. Cast at higher levels to target additional creatures. It just says bestow a creature with magical enhancement. But I did paraphrase here. Like, could I do Dex for Esme and Charisma for Finn?
Interesting. Like, I don't see why you couldn't double up on the same target. Like, if you pick an additional creature and it's the same creature for a different buff, I don't see why you couldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean, the only other way is like rules as are written. Maybe you'd have to have 2 casts of it, but you're already boosting the spell slot, which is like, way more powerful than 2. Like 1 level 3 is better than 2 level 2s. So,
And it is a concentration spell, so I can't I can't cast it twice, but if I upcast, I'm targeting more than one creature.
I see. Yeah, but even still, like, yeah, I think that's fine.
Could
like if you what's your max creature count?
2 right now.
That's the max number of buffs that you can hold in parallel, and they can be on the same target. That's fine.
Okay.
So if you want to superhuman Finn for a brief period of an hour.
Yeah. That might be the way to go. I think Esme's stealth is smoking high.
I think it's decent. I can't remember offhand. We're going to ask her when she gets back.
Okay.
The only character I know well enough to say she's fine is Rachel. The rest of you, we're going to find out.
Oh, no.
I was just like deep in thinking about my little sheet. I have like the things like actually written next to them, and I was trying to figure out how things were adding up. And it's because I forgot I have jack of all trades, and I just add 1 to things. So like my charisma is 4, but next to my performance, which we're going to need for me to do stuff, it said 5, and I couldn't figure out how a 5 was there because it's +1 for everything.
Oh, you didn't take proficiency in performance?
No, I have it in performance too, but I don't have the 3 next to it. I just add the 3. Like if it has the dot, then like it's yeah.
Okay. As long as you know what that means.
This is just a little a side tangent while we were waiting.
Okay. Whatever works for you. Esme, what's your stealth? Is it good?
That's dexterity. Yes, that's my.
You have good dexterity.
But did you like highlight stealth as a thing you're specifically good at?
Yeah. Are you proficient in it?
Yep.
There you go.
Ooh.
Okay.
I have a +6.
Oh wow.
So maybe I supercharge Finn.
What are we supercharging?
I could give you advantage on both dexterity and charisma checks.
When you pull the trigger and actually go into the camp.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's only an hour. Like the direction on the supercharge.
Yeah. So
But
ideally,
an hour's a long time.
Yeah, I feel like we
because I
can-
kept
with
thinking
all-
10 minutes was too short. And
With
10 minutes
all
is a
of
long time.
the things that we have to make us sneaky enough to get close, I feel like that's doable.
ow.
Let's do it.
We should rest and then go see what the camp looks like.
Yeah, let's do that first.
It's CP time.
9-9.
Oh my god. All right. Let me get my spell slots back.
I might have to plug in my headphones. I'm going to do that now
Sure.
before we start doing things.
Is anyone else? Everyone's sleeping except for Esme, right?
Why are you not sleeping?
I don't sleep.
Elves
you
don't,
don't
have
have
to.
to sleep.
They
You don't- that's good.
trance, right?
Yeah.
No, they don't have to. Elves are bullshit. Just don't.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
All they have to do is sit there and contemplate how awesome they are.
That's a high possibility.
Probably in a tree if one is available.
There are trees here. If she wants to climb up and weird the orcs out, she can do that.
Yep.
Sweet.
Keep watch from tree. Appreciate, York says.
Yeah.
He makes his way over to his camp.
Okay.
Tiash will sort of lay down, but she's staring at the fire, not at all sleeping. Rachel also staring at the fire. Ranmar and Finnegan go to sleep.
Yeah. I feel the need to reiterate
Okay.
that every night I am bear hugging this bag of horror. It's not just dangling off my hip. It's not a juicy target.
Okay.
I'm on to you.
I was just checking in.
I just feel the need to refresh. I
Like,
said it once long ago.
does Ranmar move around in their sleep at all?
I mean, no.
Okay.
Probably
Never.
not.
Ranmar's never tossed and turned.
Not
Perfectly
once.
good sleeper.
All right. Just grip the bag more tightly if anything happens.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's not a teddy bear, but it'll do.
I think the level of Ranmar's paranoia around that would absolutely make that the thing that would happen. Like maybe Ranmar moved in their sleep before the bag, but now they do
Now
not.
they
anymore.
are still as a rock. Maybe. Y'all will never know.
Well, as Ranmar gently drifts to sleep, suddenly, Ranmar, you are in a familiar place. You're standing outside of a door, somewhere in the Hyther mountains south of the Dwarvish capital on the surface. There's no snow here. You and your company of dwarves, including a very healthy and hale Thorcum, are standing outside of Jynmora's tiny little hovel.
Sure we are. Why wouldn't we be?
Yeah.
Great. Am I supposed to do something? I don't know. What's happening?
The dwarves all look at you a little confused. They're all essentially fighters.
Why are they confused?
Thorcum leans forward and says, "This is your friend's place, isn't it? Like, she's gonna knock, barge in. What kind of a relationship do you have with your friend here? Like, this is not how this played out before. You were already fighting, and dwarves were dying where you're standing.
Oh, good, great, awesome. Okay, great, cool.
There's a brief flicker of like dead dwarves, but they're just gone. That's not what's happening. You're standing there with your company of dwarves outside the store.
Like a horror movie. Okay, great. Cool. I'll you know what? It's fine. I'll go knock on the door like nothing's wrong.
I'm literally going to conjure my camera behind the scenes here. Don't mind me.
Oh no.
Nothing is happening on the stream. I haven't lost my cool at all. Why would I do that?
Is it still doing stuff?
One of these cameras is hi. Yeah, there we are. Look at that. Just otherwise, don't worry. There's nothing to see here. Everything's fine. How are you? Please continue with the production.
I'll pretend nothing is wrong and go knock on the door.
All right. The door kind of swings open.
Oh God. Does it look like it's supposed to instead of like it did?
It's not trashed in here. Simple hallway, little sitting room. Off to the left. So the kitchen, another room further off to the left. The study at the end of the hallway, but the door is only slightly ajar. Can't see it from here.
Why is this happening? Okay, great. I'll move. I'll move towards the room where I think Jynmora is.
Okay.
Question mark.
So
I'll call out a hello. Oh God, am I what? Oh God, am I dead? Probably.
Cautiously walk down the hallway, trepidatiously open the door at the end of the hallway, question mark. Just kind of pushing it open. It's a little bit ajar. There's warm light coming from inside. Books on each of the walls. The door swings all the way open, and Jynmora is just sitting there at the desk writing. She gasps, puts her quill aside, stands up, and straightens herself out. She always looks a little disheveled. She's clean. She just doesn't really give a shit about hair and what clothing she puts on in the morning. She's too smart to worry about that shit. Wanders around the desk quietly and puts her arms around you. Oh, sorry, she says. Is it been too long? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. I'm happy to see you. I'm so excited to get going. I'm packed. I'm ready. I guess I'll lock the door. I haven't locked the door in so long here. Why would I lock the door? No one ever comes here. It's so I've been waiting to tell you for months. I didn't want to write it down. There's something really important about that place where the humans are putting they put the new town there. It's already there. And I guess this gentleman is some merchant, Noland or something. I don't know. Noland is going to go there with one more wave of settlers and they're gonna make it there. Of course they could use scribes. We'll be scribes. Scribes.
That sounds great.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Real nice. Yeah.
What's wrong? You seem so. I mean, you've had a long trip. I'm sorry.
You don't know the half
it's
of it.
important. It's important. I think I figured it out.
Figured what out?
There's something like it's not just that the ley lines converge there. There's I think it's either a reason they converge there, or because it's coincidental. It coincides with the location of, I'm pretty sure, something else really important.
It does. I'm pretty sure you're right. It does.
How can you? Of course you'd know. Of course you would know.
I don't know. Ladies, am I doing it wrong? I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
You're literally. Yeah, everyone has as much knowledge of what's happening as you do right now.
Okay, good.
Except for maybe one person.
Okay. All right. It's fine. Okay.
Well, okay, you figured out something's there. Did we figure out the same thing? You go first.
So that they converge there, and I'm pretty sure there's a relic, let's say, of a civilization from a couple thousand years ago.
What?
I know, right?
Really?
It's such a long story to explain the how.
How is this happening? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, my turn.
I don't know how any of this is happening.
I am 94% certain that the castle of the Raven Queen is there in the Plane of Shadow, right there. Like, I think that's the hiding place for her castle. Yeah. Right?
That explains so many things.
It's really, I mean, it's got to be, right? And I've been waiting to tell you this. But you didn't get here in time. She vanishes and the room goes pitch black.
Fucking rude.
No.
Ranmar, you wake up, death squeezing the bag. Tiash is shaking you.
That was so cruel.
Hey. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Nothing is okay. Oh no! Oh no! I don't like it.
Did you have there's sort of a weird energy about you. It wasn't just a bad dream, was it? Tiash says.
Negative. No. Good old dream about folks that I did not keep alive. It was awesome. Great. Love that for me. Everything's fine. It's fine.
You're being haunted. An associate?
It sure does seem that way. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you said.
She just said an associate of yours?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You wouldn't have any insight, would you? This is not my domain, if you'll pardon the pun.
She casts a spell, and her eyes go like totally white, like the pupils and irises just vanish. And she looks carefully around the camp. She does a double take at Rachel, but then continues looking
She's
around.
Fine. She's fine. Rachel's fine.
Her eyes return to normal, and she sort of hard blinks. I mean, it's probably not going to surprise you, but I think you're being haunted.
That sounds about right. Yeah. That doesn't. Does anything surprise? Probably. Yes, it does. You know what? Yeah, I figured.
This.
Sorry, my mouth stopped. Specifically was warned about it, and here we are.
Why don't give me let me see.
Oh no.
You can choose perception or insight.
Let's do insight.
Okay.
Oh crap. Both of these have betrayed me. Okay. Christ on a stick. That's 13. I can't. My high roll tonight has been a 6.
Oh.
It's very brief. It's so brief that if you weren't looking right at her, you don't think you would have noticed it. No one else did. But for the briefest instant, Tiash looks deeply hurt. But she very quickly collects herself. I think I understand now, she says. I know why our paths have crossed. I will help you sort this haunt out. I'll stay with you until it's done, she says.
Oh. Hi. Thank you.
Get some rest, she says. You should be all right for the rest of the evening.
I don't understand what's happening, but I appreciate you.
She smiles and bows her head to you.
Oh, no. Okay. Oh, I'll try to get some sleep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The night passes with no further event.
Jesus Christ.
What's happening?
I have maybe an out of game just remark.
Okay.
Was she peeking into Ranmar's like thoughts, or was she like looking at otherworldly things?
As a viewer, you would guess the latter. Remember, she's a cleric of the Raven Queen of the dead. And so her job and Ashtel's job when they worked together was to literally deal with the shit that's plaguing Ranmar right now.
I just had a moment of like, oh no, did she just manage to see all of the Ranmar Ashdale
The
things?
mushy moments.
Oh no, she already
Yeah,
gets that.
that's
Her wisdom's very
That's what
high.
I thought too.
She knows that. She knows.
Okay.
She caught on to that in Hollice, I think.
Ranmar and Ashtel were like holding hands under the table. Is that you think?
Yeah.
You think Tiash didn't notice?
Yeah, but under the table. Yes,
It was secret.
Everyone else at the table got
handhold.
that it was the ex-girlfriend talking to Ashtel. Do you think the ex-girlfriend wasn't aware of what was happening too? Just put yourself in that situation. I just want to hammer home how awkward it all is. Yeah, that's good.
It was so awkward. It was so awkward. Oh God.
I didn't grasp the full scale of the awkwardness until now, until we like said it more. And that's really bad.
I'm so glad Ranmar's just now realizing that they were the only ones that grasped how weird that was.
Now, remember if we go back to that, back for these episodes, let's see, what do we know? We know that Tiash is up here on paper because Razat's here, but you also know that that's not actually why she was here. She was here, quote, to help Ashdale, unquote. That's what Nyber had said. And it wasn't clear to anyone how she was going to do that. So
Is helping Ashdale helping Ranmar?
Finnegan, you get an inspiration die.
I was afraid to say it.
That's really sweet of her.
Wait, don't you already have an inspiration? Finn?
Oh wait, yeah, I do. I have an
You
inspiration.
want to pick a player to give it to?
Faggy.
Aw.
You can have inspiration.
Thanks.
It's your turn for DM inspiration die. That means you have a D6 you can just roll to add to literally anything.
I'm so glad you said that because I was just writing, like scribbling it into my like note section.
You want to use it though, because otherwise
character sheet.
you can't have more than one. So if everyone in the party has one and you get another one at some point, like that resource goes to waste.
Ranmar, you used yours though.
I used
Yours
mine.
is gone. Okay.
I forget what check that was for, but it was a pretty important one.
It was for. Did
really
the Raven Queen herself just speak to me through this poor dead person?
Yeah.
Oh, God. There's so many happening. What do I do?
There's a lot happening. That's true. It's a lot.
Oh, my God.
Also, wait, it's really sweet. She's gonna help her ex's future partner or current partner, but it's a thing. you gotta watch all the episodes. It's complicated.
It's a situationship.
Oh.
It's a situationship. It is.
I have a plan. Ashdale just has to get back for the plan to work. It's fine.
The number of viewers who have told me, and not in confidence, but sort of like, in various private channels, that one of their favorite things about Dungeons and Dragons are the sounds that Munu makes.
I've been very vocal about that.
I do appreciate when
all the squeals. Munu makes good sounds.
Sometimes I just have feelings and I can't put words, so it's just screeches. I'm sorry.
No, you should be the opposite of sorry. They are
That's
wonderful.
how we should communicate. That's
Just
how
in
communication
squeals.
should work.
Just screech in the proper tone to convey feelings. That's how it works, right? Pretty sure that's how it works.
The narrator wants to make sure that folks are connecting to the dots, because there are a lot of dots, and I think you like the dots. So some dots that maybe you have forgotten are that at one point we all learned that Tiash is somewhere in the neighborhood of 80 years old. And you also learned that the duration that, Ashdale had been working with her was kind of ambiguous. And that also that Ashdale has a very high-ranking position for someone who is ostensibly of her age. And that Ashdale was in the immortal prison for somewhere in the order of 60 years the first time she did her paladin quest.
That's right.
Does that help sort of like fill in some stuff there? Maybe.
Nope, I'm not going to ask my question.
Oh my God, wait, no, I'm so sorry. I had the wildest question. I'll ask it. I don't know if it was
Okay, you ask it because I won't, because it'll just make me sad if I ask mine.
I feel like this. So wait, you said Ashdale is pretty like well up in the like.
She's a general. Remember that Nyber called her the general.
Is she like somehow like the daughter of the Raven Queen?
No.
Okay.
That's an easy one.
I was gonna say, is there like a okay. That was my wild guess.
I really appreciate wild guesses like that. That kind of guesswork will help you at some point, probably.
Oh.
It's not Ashdale.
Not Ashdale. Not Ashdale. But
Ashdale was a simple farm girl from Anurian who really liked to roughhouse as a kid, and then grew up and joined the army and had a gift and got special training and special powers and quickly rose through the ranks. And this is all stuff you don't know, but
okay.
Otherwise,
It's going in my notes though.
There you go. Now you know.
Find my Ashdale page.
She gets a whole page.
The moon notes.
Does it have little hearts on it? Does it have hearts?
No,
Does it have
no,
doodles?
my that page. Oh, actually, it does. I have an Ashdale page, and then I have a things to say to Ashdale page, and they both have hearts on them.
Because I would also like to share in my bonds. I also have a heart next to Aldi. It's so hard to see, but I have Aldi's name in a tiny heart.
Oh God! Oh gosh!
So cute.
We're lucky. We're about to go do some wild, insane stuff. So like, we can be cute for a moment.
No. I 1000% appreciate the cue. I'm just thinking of previous timelines and what happened to both of these characters.
Stop it! No,
Don't.
nothing. Nothing bad has ever happened, and it won't.
Hush mouth.
Be shoosh.
I forgot about Aya. I'm like so stressed about Aya because I'm stressed about what it would do to Aldi if something happened to Aya, and I'm stressed about Aya too because I feel like we haven't gotten back to Aya in a hot minute, and I'm just remembering that. I'm just side tangenting.
There's
about my
so many
worries now.
things that we haven't gotten back to.
I know.
You've got Milavir covering Hollice right now.
Mir, that's who's there. Okay, yeah. That makes me feel a little bit. That makes me feel a lot better actually. Milavir would kick some ass.
I know we're in the process of sleeping, but I had another level 3. I could, if DM is okay, we could retcon a message before we went to sleep, but we can always not.
Retcon a message? What do you mean?
Like to send to Milavir to
check
ask
in on Milavir and Hollice
how everything is.
Let's save that for later.
Okay. That's
okay.
suspicious.
It's morning. Nothing else has happened.
Yeah, great.
I'm excited.
Awesome.
I don't.
How far are we from
I guess we
Hollice?
tell everyone good morning.
From Hollice?
Yeah.
It's a long way. You are to get back to Hollice from here. It is. Let's see here.
Map.
I use on the map. I use my fitty. Okay, use my fitty. You can't, the one thing you can't see is my fitty. And then I check the Hollice, and then you're like, you're like 160 miles from Hollice as the crow flies.
Okay.
But you can't fly like crows right now. So you have to travel roughly 300 miles
No, but
to go
Monty's
around.
a bird.
Monty can get there right away. Take her like 30, 40 minutes.
So we can always send Monty to look if we're worried.
Sure. Do you send Monty?
Team, do you want me to send Monty?
I always love when you send Monty. I think it's wonderful. I love anytime Monty can be present.
Can be the Monty.
I was scared of everything.
I mean, is it better to
That's my
know if something has gone terribly wrong?
I don't know. Would it be? It's
I
not
don't
like
know.
we can
That's
get
why
back
I'm
there and
asking.
help.
No.
Maybe I was going to say if Finnegan finds out something happens to somebody they don't wish for something to happen, I don't think that would help in my concentration of being in a major
But if
ogre.
Finn were to find out that everything is just fine, would that help with his concentration?
So basically, you're going to send Monty out to go sit in a tree for 30 minutes and then tell Finn everything's fine. Because you didn't actually send Monty.
Or I could send Monty and just not tell y'all anything.
That's true. That's true.
You're supposed to be a team.
We're a team. We're a team.
Poor narrator.
I don't know. What do y'all want? I'll send her if you want me to.
I'm okay with saying Monty. I get paranoid about what's happening in Hollice if we don't check in on it every few hours, which I know is ridiculous. We can't check on it every few hours, but I'd like to. So I'm always down to check on Hollice. Cat. Oh, it's food time for
Renmar looks undecided.
Oh, she's hungry. I'm gonna give her food real quick.
I'm processing
I'm
everything
still
that
good,
just
though.
happened.
Well,
I'm not gone.
Finn has become one with the void.
I am void. It's because I didn't feed my cat, so then you become a void.
I really enjoy I am void coming from the black screen.
Stop screaming.
more or less how it be. Well,
I don't know what to do. It's morning though, right?
it is morning. Yeah.
But we don't have to leave first thing in the morning necessarily because we have to wait for nighttime. So we get there and be far enough away and kind of wait for it to get dark.
Is that the plan? I don't even know.
But also it's better probably for us to get as close as we can without being detected while there is still light so we can assess the camp.
We can get there right as the sun's going down. That way we can still see a little bit, and then just kind of like hide out for like a handful of
and
minutes, and then it'd be
discuss
dark.
what it is we're actually going to do based on what it is that we find.
Ciao. I don't have any more talking to do to anyone, I don't think. So I'm ready whenever.
Ranmar doesn't really want to talk today either. What a coincidence.
I don't know what else I would really. I don't think there's anything else we can really ask of. I just lost the name. Oh my god.
Tiash or
Tiash.
Yark?
Rachel, Victor.
Rachel and Esme you're coming with me, right?
Why did you say Victor?
I'm just listing off recent names.
Wait, who's Victor?
Jynmora.
Thades.
What?
Oh,
you were like, I
wait.
can't think of a name. Who would ask a thing? So to
Talking about people who were there.
What is?
Jynmora was technically there.
Victor wasn't. That we know of.
Jynmora sure was.
Oh,
Rachel would
Victor is
know.
Rachel's dad's name. Oh my god, I just totally lost that for a second.
Rachel would know.
Yeah, probably right.
Rachel would know if he was there for sure.
That's reasonable.
Knock it off.
Jeez.
You've done enough today.
Well, I guess that's all the time we have. Tune in on Tuesday.
No. I wasn't paranoid for as long as we've been discussing it, like the length of episode, to not do this thing. And my paranoia is already up here. We have to have
All right.
have to launch the plan.
we have to at least launch the plan. If things get sticky, then we can roll the episode. But not before.
It will as soon as your cover's blown. Well, that's all the time we have tonight.
Hey, that sounds like me a little bit. I've been here the whole time. All right. So Tiash seems pretty set on going with you, unless anyone pushes back on that.
Oh, yay. Welcome.
I'm totally okay with her being here. Hi, buddy.
Aw.
I'm so cute. I'm so cute.
She's playing with a little ball in the toy back there. Porum, not Fraggy.
You don't know. You don't know. It could be me.
That's true. I guess. Just trying to cover for you.
My speed, unchallenged. I could zip back there and play with a ball.
Yeah. So, all right.
From SRK's perspective.
The 5 of you venture forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yark doesn't want to risk his forces there. Not that anyone asked him, but he will feel the need to explain that he's not going to march on the camp with you all because, one, he thinks he'll, essentially upset your plan, and 2, he's pretty sure his forces and yours combined would take massive losses against the ogres, even if you won. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this is the smaller
fair.
the team, the better situation.
Tiash is less. Well, I guess Tiash is technically more sneaky than you are, Ranmar, but she's in plate mail right now, so she's. Well, it's like it's pretty well put together plate mail. It's still a little clinky.
I think does silence last for 10 minutes or an hour? I don't remember.
10 minutes.
Hold on. Shoot. Okay,
It's
so I was like,
definitely,
I prepared it, but
It could come in handy.
yeah.
So you start descending the valley because the trees are sparse as you sort of the valley again opens up to the left and right, like you're walking at the bottom of the U down towards what amounts to the bottom, where essentially this entire range opens up. There's a valley. The valley continues on past the Watchtower. It gets a little more narrow, maybe 30 miles past the Watchtower. But off to the left of the tower, you can't see from here yet any more than the fact that it's there, but there is an opening, like a corridor. Like you're basically walking down a corridor towards this tower, and another one leads off to the left. These open air mountain crafted corridors. Sparse trees, Here and there'll be dense copses you could like tuck into if you needed to. You don't feel like you're detected on the way down here, and Esmeralda is able to sort of navigate you away from the heavier, like the obviously heavy trafficked ogre routes. But you don't encounter any ogres as you make your way down here. You'll come within what you would estimate to be like maybe, maybe like a 30 or 40 minute hike to up the hill, essentially to where the ogre camp is. It's so distracting, but I'm so Lost would be really excited. Like poor him is really, really interested in this ball right now.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, if they're both engaged, they might fight over it. Okay, well, we might hear more sound in a minute.
Until I made a sound that was excited, and then he got scared.
It's terrifying.
Panic, terror.
So at this point, like if
Slapper.
the trees are like not so sparse that you're obviously humanoids that are visible from up the hill. Again, think about this hill as like a 30-minute walk up there. And so you're looking at like, a couple, like a mile and a half to a couple of miles up a very gentle slope, but it's all clear. And you can see the ogre encampment here. It's pretty densely packed. There are some large tent structures. You can also see where ogres might be sleeping on the ground. There's like human-sized carts sort of like put together as though they never had intention of hooking them to a team. Like they're just like the ogres picked them up and threw them there. And they may or may not have stuff still on them, still stockpiles of things, all at the base of this tower. Y'all give me perception checks now. Maybe one of you will give me a really awesome one right now.
My cat's butt is on. I'll get a different die.
Cat butt luck.
That's because I keep bribing that cat with fish.
He's in my dice tray though.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh. Okay.
13.
I'm sorry, you said perception, right?
Oh, we.
May. I got a 22.
Yes.
Wow.
That's a really, really good roll.
It's 11 because I rolled a 4.
Oh,
Oh,
all your dice need to be punished tonight.
I know.
I haven't rolled the same die twice and still get back in the bag.
So there's a lot of ogres, like a lot. You don't know that the full complement of 50 is there. You're kind of like your count right now, Finnegan, is maybe 40, like low 40s, which sort of suggests that maybe that detachment or another one is off somewhere else right now. You don't know where they're at. You haven't seen them on the way down here, but there's a lot of places they could go. But the particular thing that catches your eye as you're looking right now is that there is a human male tied up in the middle of the camp.
Is it Raj?
Raj is a
Sorry.
halfling.
Okay. Oh, you're right. Sorry.
And there's a human though.
I can send money to look and see
In the middle of the camp?
Yeah, I was like,
Can I see
does anyone
how
who
they're,
can
like, tied up?
actually...
You don't recognize him, Finnegan. No.
Okay.
Looks like a young guy, maybe 27.
And it's a human.
Yes. You think so from here. I mean, human-sized height, no pointy ears. That's looks dirty, but surprisingly, like, not as beat up as you'd expect for a human prisoner.
How far away are we?
A couple of miles
From the person.
So really good spot check on your part. You're basically looking a mile and a half away in the
Oh, okay.
like it's a crazy good spot check. Only possible in Dungeons and Dragons.
You turned your eyes into binoculars. It's incredible.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Like you're at the distance where the head of a pen is the size of a window in a skyscraper. That's the distance that you're looking at right now.
Okay.
So he is
Okay,
tiny,
okay, gotcha.
but you can tell it's not an ogre amidst all these ogres, and you're able to get a feel his age just based on like hair and like set of his face at this distance. Good eyeballs, Finnegan.
I was trying to see if I could cast anything that like detect thought that could give me like who it was, but that's
At
way too
this
far away
range?
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. It's impossible. I don't know, why does the range on my card only say self? What does that mean?
You essentially cast a spell on yourself, and you have the ability to detect thoughts. You become a
Gotcha.
thought radar dish.
Oh, I thought I was like casting it out on.
Now, you can focus it on a person, but you
person.
hear the thoughts of everyone around you when you
Gotcha.
cast it.
That makes more sense. I think we've done it before where I could hear Esmeralda and Ranmar, right? Technically.
Yeah, you
honestly.
can every time.
Oh, that's why. That makes sense. Okay, so what do we do with that? There's a person. I guess I relay that to. We're safe right now, right? We're in
Yeah.
like a.
You feel undetected at this time.
Okay, so it's kind of weird that there's just a random person tied up in a camp of ogres
I don't
because I
like that.
feel like
I don't trust that.
they
That's
don't tend
that's
to like tie people up and capture. They just like torture and eat. So
Yeah.
what the fuck?
My fear, my paranoid Finnegan brain is, what if they think we're gonna save that person because we do that as heroes, and then we are trapped, and because they're not actually in peril. But however, if this is a person that actually needs our help, we should probably like check in on that and save them. But food for thought.
That sounds like a plan that's far too complex for an ogre.
What about Razat? That's the narrator.
A little less complex for Razat, but still pretty far up there from what we've seen.
That's too.
Incredible.
I'm grumpy with Razat.
Not the mastermind.
He's not so bright.
So
It's kind of a dink.
Yeah.
Kind of a ding.
do we have to be, I guess we won't know, but I was gonna say like there's no way we could like tell if like when Razat's gonna come back, or like if
That's accurate.
we don't see him there. But
You do not see Razat right now. And you do remember that when you encountered the 16 strong ogre detachment before, Razat seemed to be with them.
I have a question.
oh, that he's probably out with the other group.
Is detect thoughts just words? Does
No.
it come with images?
Images, emotions.
Y'all, what if Finn detects Esmeralda's thoughts and Esmeralda sends Monty to look at the damn door?
Oh, does that work?
All right,
I did everything I could to lead you there. I kept saying, yeah, you can see the picture in your head. Yeah, like you can
Good.
see Monty's thoughts all the
Good.
time. And I did my
Good
best.
stuff.
You got there. You did
Well,
it.
I didn't. I kept
Good
thinking,
stuff,
like, is there
Ezra. Good
any
stuff.
way that somebody can get into my head?
well, I thought I was with you. I for some reason
I thought it was
detect
just
thoughts
words.
It's
was
very clever.
just
You got it.
words.
I'm very excited about it.
Yeah.
I feel foiled, but I'm excited about it because it means you're probably not going to march in and die. I mean, you might still. who knows?
I was so ready to march in.
I was too. I mean,
so
it's really exciting.
excited.
I mean, for what it's worth, I can think of several parties that would have Metal Gear Solided their way into this fucking camp. It would have been nuts. So I thought that was going to happen here. Here we are.
All right. Send the money.
Where go?
Look at the door.
Oh,
Door.
I helped
Door of the
detect thoughts
tower.
on
Door.
Esmeralda.
Covered hole for legs.
Yes. Right?
She takes off. Yeah.
She's asking me what a door is.
She pictures, the first thing she pictures is a chimney.
Shit.
And then she's looking at you.
Money.
No.
She pictures shoes.
No. No.
She pictures a sink.
Can I
Like a
show her
basin.
what a door looks like?
She says that she takes off. There you go. This is easier, right?
It's so I'm still getting used to what I can what I can do with this.
You've upgraded
Think it,
Monty
therefore she
communication.
know it.
Monty is buzzing in. One of the ogres is
Get her
like
little
looking
goggles.
at Monty. It's like watching
you
it.
dare.
Wipes off his mouth. He's just watching the owl.
I'll go in. I'll go full cloud dagger on
Points
him.
at the owl. So
on
the
the whole
ogre's
camp.
like, this is very focused on, some crate he's looking inside. I was picking through, like it was like fruit or something. It's all spoiled. Mani lands on the giant like wooden pillar that the now you can see Esmeralda, this kid, is tied to, basically. He looks pretty resolute, like he's not afraid. He's unarmed and unarmored. He's just basically in small clothes. Tattoo of Tempest on his left shoulder. So, I mean, he looks a little roughed up. And he's filthy. But,
Okay.
while you're watching this for the brief moment, Monty's like really curious about this guy. He looks around and he whispers something, and you watch what bruises he had vanish. And he continues
Maybe
just
he's going.
sitting there, like tied to the thing. He looks
Probably
right.
the
He looks,
cleric of Tempest.
looks right at Monty. Hello, small owl. Monty bristles. What say? Monty says to you.
She's asking me what to say.
No, I mean,
Oh.
he wants to know what he said to her.
Oh. Okay, well, I tell her.
Say hello.
No,
No hello.
don't engage.
Don't engage. Okay, she poops on him, flies over to the door.
Monty.
She flies over towards the door and lands on like an overturned cart that's sort of like in front of the door. There's enough space that one could squeeze between the cart and the door to get to it. And it maybe covers like 2/3 of the door. It's pretty tall. So you could not have spotted the door from a distance. But here Monty is sitting, looking down to the door. And Finnegan, you're not detecting thoughts yet, are you? You see the visage of, you assume, Tempest. If I had the money, I would cast Idris Elba as Tempest. Like a thick Idris Elba, if you can imagine that.
I don't think I know who that is.
He was Luther in the show Luther. He played Heimdall in Thor. The black guy with the sword that like opened up the port of the Rainbow World.
Okay.
That guy.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
I think what else he's been in. He's an incredible actor. He should have been James Bond. That's still my opinion.
I forget what his name was, but he was in Pacific Rim too, like the director or
I
something.
haven't seen Pacific Rim yet. I really should watch that. I think I'd love it. I'm pretty sure I'd love it.
I thought I would too.
Oh, don't say that. Well, I'm an Evangelion fan, so we have wounds I have to bear. Right. So you now have the very rigid, sort of like angular armor and an axe, like a battle axe in one hand. That's like basically a staff with an axe head on it, and a short sword. Or maybe actually 3 short swords scabbarded on the same side of his body. Looking very calmly resolute.
Okay.
Very well groomed beard.
Is Finn detecting my thoughts already, or?
Oh, I can do detect thoughts. I will.
I feel
say
like
that
it
I'm
would be
testing
better
it now.
to have Finn detecting thoughts while Esmeralda is actively looking at it.
Yep, that's exactly right. Because Finn can't read Monty's thoughts, you can.
Right.
And so you are now holding the image in your mind, and that is the relay that works.
Right. I just meant like I would obviously be able to conjure up that image after the fact, but I feel like it would start to lose things.
It's good to do it while you're
Yeah,
like,
because
in
you're
the
getting
midst of-
basically like a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like watching a movie through your brain.
So there you go. You now have an idea of what the colors. You've heard the colors from Ramar, and while Ramar didn't give you a lot of data, you got color, and now you have it's like an embossed cold iron door, so you know shape and visage.
Okay.
Shape and
I
visage.
will.
What do they look like? Visage, like their facial features, their general body shape, armor, decor.
I will tell Monty to come back. I don't want her staying there.
Okay. Monty starts to fly back and then circles and then lands back on the pillar and looks down at the dude that she'd pooped on.
Oh, say you're sorry.
Welcome back, little owl.
Esmeralda will tell her what he said.
I can't not engage.
Why?
All out, empty.
Oh,
Not engage means poop. Great. This is
Yeah.
This is wonderful.
don't
I'm gonna write that in the Mani dictionary.
respond. I don't know. I don't know what words she knows.
Ooh, mouse. She like whips away. It's a little disorienting when she's like going for a target and you're following her eyeballs. Takes some getting used to because she goes way faster than a person.
Yeah.
And balance means nothing, and her vision's very different than yours is. Finnegan, are you still reading Esmeralda's thoughts at this time?
Yeah, I am. Why am I also
Please give me a
sickness?
Constitution save if you wouldn't mind.
Oh no.
Mani sick.
I had to.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Be fine.
Let's see. That's gonna be fine. Where's my Constitution? Oh, I'm glad it's 1.
Me too.
That is a 19. I
Oh my
rolled 2
gosh,
18s
you're
in a row.
fine. Look at you.
No motion
You
sickness.
shake off the
Rolls up right
the
now.
nausea is totally ignorable. You're fine. Wrenching vertigo.
This is kind of cool though. If I'm not deathly sick over the vertigo from it, it's kind of cool.
Okay, so is she done? I want her to leave. I don't want to like.
Does she wait? Can I also add in stuff to Esmeralda if I can also see? Am I also like I can't talk to Mani, but can I be like, can I help Ez with seeing what Mani's seeing with the guy to be able to ask more?
And Monty's now munching a mouse, so you can see
Mani's down
Esmeralda's.
with the guy.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you can see Esmeralda's memory of the guy's face, which is pretty sharp.
Okay. That's good.
And then I can either. I guess I would want to relay to the team what I saw about the bruises. Obviously,
Oh yeah.
that makes me
cat fight.
uneasy.
Why? Tiash asks.
Like why? I don't know. I
Like,
don't.
why did he heal, or why does he have them? What part's uneasy?
All
I'm
of it.
confused. Oh. It sounds like he's probably, I don't know, the caretaker of this tower or something. And
Why is he tied?
I mean, the thing is that like I don't necessarily know that we watched him heal. Like to me, my first instinct was the bruises are potentially for show, and then they disappeared. I don't know why it would make them disappear,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. That just makes me a little bit nervous.
Is so somebody tied up. So my paranoid self is feeling a little bit like I was not right, but like the energy of like he's tied up, but doesn't really either not need to be, but
Hmm.
he's not tied up in the sense of he's in trouble.
Right.
He's either tied
Or-
up for their protection or for just reasons.
You don't
That's all that
believe
I got.
the captive is genuinely a captive? Tiash asks. arching
I
her eye.
don't.
Rachel leans over to Tiash. They kind of don't trust anybody unless the person is obviously untrustworthy right away. Then they're like, oh, I like that one. They're kind of like opposite day, all the time opposite
I
day.
am not.
Every she like pauses and like
I don't
slow
think that
turns
there's
to you.
anybody that I have trusted, like at all. I didn't even trust your bond on.
I trust. I don't let my. I trust Cheldanoff, and that's my greatest plunder. Is Cheldanoff.
Anyway,
thank you for calling it a blunder.
Rachel
I know
says,
I blunders. I still trust him.
I think the fact that they have seen Ranmar heal himself, and yet they think this poor bugger tied up in there healing himself is obviously an atrocity and an evil thing.
I didn't say
It's very telling.
obviously. I just said I'm
Yeah.
uncertain. It doesn't quite go with the vibe of what
Being a prisoner?
I don't know.
We said it earlier that they usually just munch. They usually just eat. They're not really one for saving people for later.
Unless they're enjoying it, Tiash says.
I don't feel like they're smart enough to do that.
I mean, you don't need to be smart to enjoy things, Rachel says.
I
What are
don't
they
know.
enjoying
I don't
out of
know.
it?
Y'all think differently. Y'all can think differently. I have
Okay, just talk to him before you shoot him, okay? Don't shoot
I'm not
the poor
planning
guy.
on shooting
We're not gonna
anybody. I'm
shoot
just
him.
saying I'm sus.
Okay.
That's
Sus
all.
is not shoot. But
Things aren't
but
always what they seem. I think that we can all agree
I
with
know,
that.
she says.
do we have an idea of what kind of entertainment, like why they would keep, like, do we have a lifespan or like a time crunch of we need to save this person?
You don't know. The
Okay.
sun is setting.
So wait, I have the door.
Mhm.
So now the whole point of that was to cast the big major image for the Tiash. Or no, not Tiash. For
Tempest.
You don't,
That was the plan that you've been hatching, yeah.
Oh, lucky.
Did I miss anything with that, or am I just gonna go Tempest appear?
Tempest. And yes, that's the plan as your DM remembers it.
Tempest.
Okay, but what we did not completely cement was what Tempest is going to say.
Whenever
Oh,
you're ready,
shoot. Uh-huh.
I will cast enhance ability.
Okay. I am spooked. I don't know
Like,
what I'm
are
gonna say.
we
I need to
okay?
think
Are
on this a little
we
bit.
having Tempest attempt to move the orcs away?
Ogres.
Oh God, ogres! My God,
I know.
why are they so similar?
I don't know.
I
It's just
know.
Dungeons and Dragons times is what it is.
I know.
Or are we
Um,
going to have Tempest try to, like, praise them for the good job they've done and then, like, tell them that he has a thing that needs to be taken care of and that we need to go in the tower?
Would they believe? Would they believe if Tempest came up and said, "Hey, you're doing a great job. I have a reward for you. It's in this hereby, whatever." Like, is there anything like around us that they can go do? Because I don't know if we know.
Or
like, if,
you've done such a good job that I have a much more important job for you. And you got to go that way for a very long time, and then you'll know when you
just
get
keep
there.
walking. You'll see it. Hit the whatever.
I don't know.
Could we?
I don't know. I don't know.
Would
what the best
we
You
have?
can say
like,
whatever you want, literally.
do we have any do we have any knowledge of what's like surrounding us?
You have a
Like-
vague idea that far to the east is the Tower of Tempest, and that there would be, metaphorically, there would be dragons, but also literally there are dragons if you go very far to the other side of the continent.
That's where we send them. Send them to the dragons.
To the dragons.
I just had a very dark thought, and I'm scared of my brain.
Tell me.
I was like, there's a whole volcano full of lava, right?
Just go up there. The dormant volcano. It's been dormant. Don't worry about it. It's still dormant. Go get your reward. It's in the volcano.
What's braver than going to get your reward in lava? I mean, that's,
I won't mention the
Jesus.
lava because I don't want the lava to scare them.
It's too bad you can't like cast a major image of like something else inside the volcano, like over the lava.
It's
a swimming pool.
Phantasmal terrain. That's what that's for. That spell exists.
I think that's what we're probably gonna do then.
Ranmar, what are your thoughts? What should we do? What do you think?
I'm bad with explaining. Like, if I have to explain in the moment of like go whatever south, north to wherever things are, I'm not gonna know that off the top of my head.
So so there are dragons far to the east, right? We said? What if, because they were very eager, the ones we ran into were very eager to kill and eat the dragon that you summoned or
Big
that was
conjured.
that was singular smallish dragon.
Legendarily, the only dragon on this side of the world you have met. Because she doesn't like other dragons in her neighborhood. So they have to go very far to the east to see any other dragons. So that one was an exception, and they were excited about it.
Yeah, they were excited to see a dragon. So what if Tempest, I almost used the wrong name again. What if Tempest told them to just go find the dragons? Prove their bravery by seeking out a dragon. I don't know. My brain's kind of shot. I'm sorry.
I know. I'm running out.
Should I roll the credits? Is it time?
Wednesday, Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Short.
This is the short rest.
Okay, maybe if it's short. Only because it's short.
I was doing okay until everything happened, and my brain was like, "Nope, it's time to stop braining."
We could roll the credits and we could do a little bit of discussion about what to say. Maybe outside.
Do you want to chat offline without your DM listening? Is that the?
And the definitely not secret chat that we have, yes.
You don't have one of those?
Yeah.
Everyone else used to pass literal notes at the table that I couldn't see. So the little notes were just.
That's cool. I wish so deeply we could pass notes to each other.
That's the old way. That's how we used to do it.
Yeah.
Long ago, in the before times. But this is not the before times.
Sorry?
This was a planning episode where much planning happened and some gentle dreams happened and some fun encounters. And they gained a party member. Very fun. Party member is there for the mysterious reasons. Who knows what any of this could happen? And of course, the dastardly commander of the camp is so clever that he's captive in the middle of it and tied up. Definitely the mastermind behind everything. We're going to find out what's going to happen on Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. EST. This is the new time, which worked out okay. Did it work okay? Hopefully we'll try it again. Give it a couple more goes and see if the whole falls apart.
We get to sleepies at better times. And that feels good.
Yeah, good CP
We
time.
do like everyone to get nice, healthy sleeps around here. Okay. Stick around for the rate. Get your channel points. I've been going back and forth on the next event, but there will be one, and you're going to want points for it. Who?
I'm scared. Also, hi, chat. Bye, chat.
We have a lot of friends on right now.
We do. Do we want to avoid Baldur's Gate 3 streams?
Couch.
Who's on?
We never get to raid Couchy. Couchy's really rare.
Niz is on.
Who is? Niz.
Niz. I know Niz just came back
Nisivos,
recently, but Nisivos is doing Valorant. I know Valorant is kind of a...
Oh, there she is. She wasn't on my list for a
bingo.
second there. Thank you. We should raid Niz because I haven't seen Niz on in months. She's just coming back now. So if you don't remember Nisivos, she was on the show a couple of times. She played Gang Beasts, and she laughed so hard it hurt herself doing it.
Yeah.
That was the memory we have of
Don't you love when our
Nisivos.
friends laugh so hard that they hurt themselves?
That is what we like here. She's really great. She's awesome. She's really fun. You're gonna love her. And if we go in there and force it and give some follows, maybe she'll stay streaming and have a good time. We like that. We like our friends here. All right. I can't zoom out from this screen. I'm going to zoom out, but it's going to be busted as fuck, which is par for the course tonight. Zoom out, busted out, K-bye. Where's the button? Zoom out, K-bye. Farewell.
Zoom out, K-bye.
K-bye. K-bye. K-bye. It worked, kind of.
It's working.
Let's go.
Yay.
I planned
I really
it.
hope I get taken on to the